Welcome back. Love Boat Project, episode number 63. I'm your host, Mike Taylor. Along with me, as always, is my co host, Mike Robertson. Ahoy, Mike. How are you?
Hi, Mike.
Yeah.
So the invention of donut holes
Oh,
is
I'm
one of the
so
is
glad you're
one
bringing
of
this
the
up.
is one of the great, things of all time, much like
Yes.
the wheel or sliced bread. Was it worth it to go through watching this piece of garbage? So,
Well,
if you had to throw the whole thing out and not have donut holes, would we be better off as a society? So,
what? Well, it's funny because I went down the rabbit hole. Okay, well, where did they originate? How old are they?
right.
Let me just say, spoiler alert, he didn't invent the donut hole. Okay, he
Rosie
didn't
Greer
invent
did
the
not
donut hole.
invent
Rosie Greer
donut
did not
holes.
invent the donut hole. Um, yeah, I thought that was a weird. It didn't even. I don't even know why it was in. It served no purpose other than giving something for Vicky to eat, and then like a
Well, I think
segue into a conversation with Isaac.
right. I think it. Well, there you go. There's two purposes. Plus,
Well,
it was
yeah, there you go.
also, and it was supposed to set him up for his post football career. Just
Well,
just because it turned out, spoiler, he didn't need it. But
he is a pussycat, as his wife said. I kept thinking his name was some sort of play on Dusty Rhodes,
Virgil
just because
Plumber, Virgil
Virgil
the
Plumber.
Plumber.
I mean, come on.
The episode is in trouble when Rosie Greer is one of the better actors in the thing. So
You know what? You're not kidding. You are not kidding.
much like Reggie Jackson,
Yeah.
real gold in a shite episode. So.
Oh, bunch of crap this week.
Let me tell you.
Oh,
Let me tell you something, and then I will
yes.
stop bashing the episode before we even talk about it.
Mm. I mean,
I
bash away.
listened.
I'm fine.
I listened. I went back and listened to both of our previous worst episode
Mhm.
winners of the stubbies, just to kind of get a context of things. So I've been priming. Last week I wasn't thrilled about the episode, but we were like, oh, at least that was memorable.
Right,
This
right.
was
There was some value.
yeah.
This was
This was right out of end of season one. Absolute unnecessary episode. So,
I definitely agree. It was I we'll get into it. I do
yeah.
have some things to say about each particular,
Yeah.
each specific story, but yeah, as a whole, this was something.
What if
This
you
was
built a
something.
story? What if you built a
Mm.
show with 3 C storylines, and that's what we got this week?
C, like flat
Well,
C,
we only
not
have
C minus. Like
yeah,
are we using
it's
the
C
what scale are we using? Because
out of
boy, oh
C
boy.
C out of A to C. So it's like that's all
Oh
that's
yeah,
there.
A to
So it
C.
was yeah.
Wow. Well, we are here to talk about the Love Boat season 3, episode number 14, titled "The Stimulation of Stephanie," the next step, and life begins at 40. Original air date December 1st, 1979. Dear Lord, there had to be something else on that we should have been watching. So let's.
We should be in the holiday
Oh,
range, right? We're Christmas eligible now, I would think.
yeah, eligible, but
No.
not participating quite yet.
Oh.
Oh, CBS. Let's get into it. CBS at 8 o'clock. TV movie. Playing it safe this
Okay.
week, CBS.
Okay. No cartoons.
No
So-
cartoons, no weird documentaries about shipwrecks. Uh, the TV movie's called The Mysterious Island of Beautiful Women. 6 men, oh, six
oh
men
no.
fight for survival on an island populated by lovely but hostile women,
Oh no.
starring Stephen Keats, Jane Kennedy, and Love Boat alum Peter Lawford.
Oh no, Pete, no.
Who's he
What a
fighting?
what a calm
Who's
down.
who's Mr. Lawford beaten up?
Maybe he's the you know what?
Oh,
He
he's the
ends up he's a
arranger.
or you know what he is? He is like that lion on the island of misfit toys at the end. He's the only man on the you can't live
Oh,
here, but you can stay the night. Perhaps you can tell.
one of those. Now
Yeah.
you
So,
can't leave. Yeah.
Oh,
Oof. So
that is. I
that's
was thinking it was going to be like Zapped or something. Like
right.
so,
Some sort of wacky, sure. And
sex rom com.
it
Yeah. So
just CBS is still not solved their Saturday night problem. That is,
that
I mean,
said, I'm going digging for that movie. We might have to
how could
find
it?
that movie.
I
So
mean, I'd be curious. So then let's flip to NBC. 8 o'clock on NBC, episode of Chips called Second Chance.
okay.
Ponch and John use a pretty girl as bait to trap a gang of thieves operating out of an exclusive restaurant.
Nope.
Like on a highway, maybe? On a
Right.
road?
Right.
Again, where aren't they the
Is
California
it
Highway Patrol?
is it at least a truck stop or
Well,
something?
any episode that doesn't start with Ponch and John pull this person over. Like
Right.
what isn't
Right.
that their whole job?
No.
Restaurants?
Honestly, like from the synopsises, what is it
Yeah.
like? 30% are related to
Oof.
vehicular crime in some way.
In some
Like,
even if it's a reach, it may be
yeah,
30%.
right.
But
Like you can have this whole thing, but it does have to be like, oh, it's a roadside inn where scams are happening
or
or
just
something,
throw it in a rest stop restaurant. Just
Y-
some let us
Yeah.
know just off the highway. Just
Nope.
exclusive gang of
Just a
no.
restaurant. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the 21st floor of a restaurant or
It's just
something. It's like,
it's so dumb. It's so dumb. Well, if you were watching that, you might have not changed the channel to watch at 9 p.m. Oof, it's a bad night of television, Mike. BJ and the Bear episode's called BJ's Sweethearts. Oof, you're gonna hate this. I can't wait to get this description out because you are gonna say yuck immediately.
okay.
While stuck in jail, BJ thinks back on the numerous women in distress he has saved and the adventures he's had in his rig.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Okay, so BJ and the Bear started in the middle of last season. It is December 1st. They've had, I guarantee you, that is no more
One
than the
season.
15th episode of BJ and the Bear.
I completely agree. Like how a clip show?
And he's in jail again? This guy's in jail every week. Like,
Unless they did a really cool thing where it's not a clip show and they filmed like individual new things.
new
But I
women.
don't
It's
know.
all the
Or yeah,
lady
new
truckers.
it's all again, Mike. Where's the bear? There's no mention
Yeah.
of like no mention again. I mean,
Yeah, why wouldn't it be
I don't get it.
comma plus his zany adventures with the bear?
Like
Like,
something. What's the point of having the bear on the show if there's no mention of the bear? He's in the title.
there are less bear
Uh,
mentions in the synopsis than there are road crimes on the chip
yeah.
synopsis.
That's true. I mean, at least the description here said the word rig. Like, oh, okay, we tie it back to a truck.
We talked
Okay,
about rig last week and
we
probably got
did.
it wrong because we
Yeah,
don't understand anything
no,
about
we don't know.
trucks. So,
We don't know about
I tell
truck culture.
I tell you one thing though, man. 1979. I was going to bring it up later. I think disco's on the way out. There was no disco in a
Well,
very
yeah,
dance heavy
80s.
episode,
Sure,
right?
sure.
But man, late 1979 TV, they love lady truckers. They just like trucks in general. They love
Trucks,
bringing in like a dupe.
damsel, like
Yeah,
a
like
a bad sheriff. Like everything's sort of like
yeah.
Smokey and the Bandit,
Yeah,
but not far
you know
from
what?
it.
You're 100% right. Everything is kind of Smokey and the Bandit.
It's like what
So,
was it? 7 degrees of Kevin Bacon. It's that. It's
yeah,
like
yeah.
4 degrees of Smokey and the Bandit. Good lord.
So I can't wait. Dom DeLuise was on the Muppet Show that we watched the other day, and it just made me think that the snowman's going to end up on this Love Boat at some point.
God,
So,
I hope they let him sing the theme song. Good lord, that'd be great. Just one.
Love
Oh,
Boat.
like yeah, Love Boat and Bound. Like he could do something like that. That'd be great. So yeah, that's the TV lineup for this evening. The synopsis for this wonderful Love Boat episode we're here to talk about. A professor's assistant is in love with him, but he hasn't a clue. Oof.
That
A
is
pro foot,
understating. That is
dude.
understating the truth.
It's so just a pro football player has to accept the fact that he can't play any longer. Mm,
I mean,
sort of.
he's
Spoiler
not
alert.
allowed to play anymore because he got cut. I don't know that he
Yeah,
thinks he
but
can't play anymore.
yeah,
So,
I don't know what.
so
Uh, a A woman comes on board determined to marry the first man who says yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean those are truthful synopsi. It doesn't make it any better.
No, not a lot
So,
of color there.
no,
They're not,
no,
no details. Guest stars, Char Fontaine as Stephanie Chapman, her only appearance in The Love Boat. Not a lot out there on her, to
no.
be honest with you.
Yet another Stephanie.
Yet another Stephanie.
That without going back and looking, I
Yeah,
feel like that's definitely the most female name we've had, if not the most
always.
name
It's a
overall.
go-to.
I can think of at least 3, 4. I can think of 4.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. So
That's a lot for,
yeah.
well, because then it's all male writers then. Like, give me a girl name, Mary Stephanie. Like, it's just.
Well, I mean, didn't they? Wait, isn't one of the titles in this one "Life Begins at 40"? Didn't we have
Yeah.
"Life Begins at 60"? So they're
I
just
think
recycling names
same
and
thing.
titles. Like
They just change half of the story. Next up, Rosie Greer as Virgil Plummer. Got to be a Dusty Rhodes reference. Come on. His only appearance in The Love Boat. He was part of the Fearsome Foursome, along with Deacon Jones, Merlin Olsen, who I remember from the FTD Florist commercials.
He was also Father Murphy.
Father Murphy. And
Yes.
then didn't he do some games? He was
the number one NBC guy for a long time. Yeah.
He was, I remember, and Lamar Lundy.
Boy, Lamar Lundy is definitely the 4th out of 4 there. So,
yeah, 4th out of 4.
Yeah.
Rosie Greer considered to be one of the best defensive linemen in football history. Career ended in 1967 due to a torn Achilles tendon, which is funny because nowadays
you'd be out a year.
You'd be out a year. You'd be back. So, and again, I thought with some coaching, no pun intended, I thought Rosie Greer, he could act. He had charisma. He wasn't natural, but I think he could do it.
It was like you're 100% right about coaching too, because it was just like he was just kind of like a little fast, right?
That's all it was.
But like he would absolutely. Whereas Reggie was almost too polished sometimes.
Yeah,
it was like. But no, and I thought the chemistry with him and the wife was good. Like, and obviously him and Ted Lang is just like that was in a terrible episode. That was by far the best part, even though the whole part wasn't great. The actual. Anything that had to do with Gopher in that part was kind of lame, but
if there's a stubby for best former NFL player of the season, I mean,
maybe we should have a stubby for best former athlete.
It would just be Reggie and Rosie every year.
Well, no, and I'm going to nominate Mr. Barrett, former Olympian.
Nice. I didn't even think of that. Next,
I'm just thinking of better episodes. I'm gonna think about better episodes this whole time.
Anything was better. Like we could add anything to this thing. Judy Landers as Lena, or as I will talk about her later, as the unnamed blonde, because I never caught her name.
No, not only did they not say her name, they didn't really even give her an intro.
No,
she just kind of was on dock at some point.
Well, no, she was like they were smooching like as people were getting on the ship. So this woman,
that was her. You're right. Okay, yeah. But then he dropped. He pushed her out of the way to see Stephanie, and Judy Landers probably better looking than Stephanie.
Oh, I definitely think so. I was just thinking, like, why does he care? I thought she was a little, what's it called?
Androgynous.
Yeah, it was a weird. She looked like that.
She had
Diana from V.
She had a very early '80s punk look. Like if she was backing up Chrissy Hine or something like that, you could have seen that. Yeah,
she had a bit of a crazy eye too, my friend.
Well, I mean, look, she's chasing this old. She's chasing Dick Martin, man. I mean, come on.
Yeah, this is just not. And I was going to save this too, but I'll say this: since we're talking about it, keep in mind, Char Fontaine at the time of this taping or filming was 27. Dick Martin, 57.
Oh no!
So it didn't. You know what I mean? It was just it didn't.
Yeah, that makes it much worse.
It makes
honestly
it much worse.
Yeah.
Yeah. Judy Landers as Lena, unnamed blonde. Second appearance in Love Boat. First appearance, season 2, episode 4. Love Boat Project number 28. Oyster Pez dispenser with Jamie Callahan.
The stubby winning episode, right?
That's right. She was one of the women that David Doyle bedded.
Incorrect.
Really? Who? Wait. Hold up.
She was the love interest for Sonny Bono in the wheelchair.
You're absolutely right. Damn it.
Yeah. And
second appearance on... That's why there's two of us.
Exactly. Second appearance on the Love Boat. Third appearance on the Love Boat Project. Because, of course, she was the cleaning woman in the opening of the Charlie's Angels episode.
That's right.
So...
Oh, wow. Wow. The rare double.
Yeah.
You know,
I think she's...
Judy Landers.
Yeah, it's her and... David, well, there's a few people, but yeah,
wow.
not in the same year.
Not in the same year. No.
So, yeah,
big year for Miss Landers. We'll see her, Mike, 4 more times.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. So.
She's great. You know what's funny is she plays who she plays, and she plays it well.
Yes, yeah, it's when we had Audrey Meadows, and it was like, if you're gonna get a bickering wife, get the best bickering wife. Like, if you're gonna get a ditzy blonde, get the best ditzy blonde.
Or like a Miss Hathaway type of thing. If you want that, you get that. Who will come up later.
I saw that today. I'm very excited. Yep.
I am too. Next, we have Dick Martin as Professor Norman Bridges. Second appearance in the Love Boat, season 2, episodes 1 and 2, as Deputy Captain Cunningham with the marinara.
I was gonna say, I wish he had the marinara on his nerd jacket.
Like an Easter egg. You can check that out in Love Boat Project number 26, Portholes and Paul Stanley. And Mike, we're gonna see him 2 more times in the Love Boat.
I hope we get like a good Dick Martin.
Dude, they did not.
They didn't do him any
so
favors.
Much more.
Yeah,
this was not the right character.
No,
it was not. Melba Moore as Claudette Plummer. We'll see her again 1 more time in season 7. Big time singer, Mike. Over 20 albums released. Like, big time singer.
And she was really good in this. I don't think I knew the name, but I didn't know her.
Her timing, dude, was so...
She was really good.
Yeah,
so.
I agree. And you know what? It's got to be weird, sort of like that size difference has got to be odd. Like if you know what I mean. She made it. It was cool. It was cool. She really did a good job. And finally, Miss Joanne Worley, love her. Miss Dottie Anderson. We met her in season 2, episode 8. Let's see if I got this one. I think I got this one. She was the secretary who took a cruise with her boss, Soupy Sales.
Yep.
Love Boat Project number 32, Flashbacks. And again, we will see her 2 more times in the Love Boat. She's so talented. I feel so bad that she was on the episode.
Yeah.
On this episode.
Yeah. Oh, you're not going to give a shout out to our boy Ricardo?
We will talk about Ricardo. You know what? Let's talk about Ricardo. Okay? Let's talk about Ricardo. Actually, I'm going to put a pin in that because I've got some things to say about Ricardo.
Ricardo was not in the portals, and I don't think it's a Kernsing because they clearly wanted to keep that part separate,
Well,
but
yeah, well, there's some things too we need to talk about with Ricardo. There's more than meets the eye with that character.
That sexy son of a bitch.
Jesus, no kidding. Dropping emotional bombshells and then just walking away. Oh, my wife is waiting for me. It is ever-changing.
There's a lot of wives waiting for him.
Oh, he's got 6 cars lined up. He has a different accent for each of them.
Yeah, that's why he's giving her a ride to the wedding chapel because he's going there anyway.
Yeah, everyone's going. Ugh. Also, I thought it's weird if you're taking someone to get married. Why would that person wear white? Just something that just got me by surprise. I just thought that was a weird.
Well, I don't know that. I think it's women can't wear white to a wedding. I think guys can wear white to a wedding. You're not worried about upstaging the bride if you're a guy, right?
I wish we were still deep in weddings. Like we would go to weddings. I would love to show up in all white. Something tells me, I don't know, but something tells me it's not cool. I don't know.
Friend of ours showed up in a white seersucker at a wedding that we went to.
Oh,
so,
well, yeah, but is that white or is that's more like a pattern? You know what I mean?
I don't know. I mean,
it was a sharp.
Ricardo would have looked good in it. So
Ricardo's got one suit.
Yeah, you gotta keep that thing clean constantly.
Unbelievable. Anything to talk about before we get on the boat?
was funny. I went back and looked to see if there was anything, that we could have gleamed from the writers. Nothing good. But I will say this was one of those episodes that had so much Isaac and so much Isaac background in it that I
Loved it.
actually went back to see if it was a Fred Grandy, Bernie Capel joint, because they seem to be the ones who write all the good Isaac episodes. Right. Yeah. So, but
it's funny, before this episode, I was thinking, boy, we are due for an Isaac episode. And again, it's funny you say that. And I think I've said this before. I've heard, or I've read snippets of interviews where he said that himself. The only way I got good storylines is when they wrote them for me.
Which is crazy because he once again shows he is the best actor on this thing.
Best.
And it's funny, and you'll get this reference, but like, the wrestlers that could carry just anybody to like a 3-star match?
Yes.
That's Ted Lang. If you think about the people they've 100%. Shoved him with, a baseball player, 2 musicians, a football player, Debbie Allen was not a well-versed actor at that time. Like Diane Carroll was probably the most experienced actor, but it's like he's doing gold.
With the singer. Yeah, he's always with the...
And he's great. He's great every time, and this was just another example of he is by far the best actor. Doesn't mean he's winning the award this year, but...
No, but when
he put himself right back in the mix this week, that's for sure. So
well, I think it's funny too, because I almost feel like we have to grade on a curve.
Opportunity.
If he's only got X amount of opportunities,
I
it's
agree.
almost like a batting average thing.
Well, it's not your fault. I mean,
exactly.
I don't, and honestly, I think I said that last year when I put Julie 5th. It wasn't her; it was opportunities, right? So it is the kind of same thing, but like pound for pound, I feel like he's the best, just in terms of like
completely agree.
Points per minute or whatever you want to call it, So
I think he makes the most out of the screen time he's given. And I do get bummed out when I'm like, come on, we're over. I know when we're overdue for an Isaac story. You can just feel it. And then this was a nice.
And we talked about it on one of the later episodes last season, where it's like, there should be, at minimum, a 1-minute scene at a bar with him and one of the characters. It would move the plot. It would give him a chance to like shine an actor up a little bit. Like, it's just, it's a missed opportunity.
It could be a transition point. Right.
I mean, it's easier than the captain's table.
Well, they're using the Pirates Cove as that place, but instead of just using the Pirates Cove,
just use the bar.
Just have the bar. It's right there.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be the max.
No. Exactly. Just you need that. Right.
What is this? The Peach Pit? Get out of here.
Oh boy.
Don't get me Joey Tata.
Is this? I love that. It's funny in Alabama growing up, they had an 18, I think 18, 21 and under club or something like that.
Like they had Club Shampoo in Philadelphia or something like that. Yeah. So.
And it was called the Peach Pit.
Oh God.
Oof, yeah. I loved it. It was awesome. Anyway. All right, let's get on this. Let's get on the boat. Mike, where do you see the fine attention to detail that I've done this week?
Oh, just God bless you. God bless you.
Yeah. On the side, we don't need to let the audience know, but just you and I know that there is some detail watching.
I feel like this is really showing me up since I have to do the next 2. This is really putting the pressure on. So.
All right, we are on the boat, and we see Steubing standing next to Julie. Nice to see Steubing not coming out of the gift shop this week,
and that he's recovered from getting his heart ripped out.
Trampled on. Jeez, it took him a whole week to get his himself back.
You know what they should have done if you really want to have continuity in this thing is he should have been like no hat, unshaven,
just a mess,
shirt unbuttoned.
I don't care, drunk. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. I want that.
He's just drinking. He's out coming out of the gift shop drinking Macho Beast. Like he's just.
That's funny. Oh, just let's get that. Just one or a flashback of if the damn.
I guess maybe when Vicky gets older, they could get away with it. But like I had said a few weeks ago, every TV show that has an alcoholic has at least a close encounter at some point. So I really do hope they do that once.
Oh, please. So, we need that. I need that scene.
I need it. Like season 7, episode 12.
Yeah.
Vicky comes back from the high school prom, but Dad's more wasted than she is.
Yeah.
Something.
Captain Merrill. He's like, I never even liked you. You know, just getting nasty and belligerent.
I got a real name,
Like when Hasselhoff was eating that hamburger off the floor when he was hammered. One of those. Him eating a donut on that great big book of shipwrecks. Julie is telling Miss Anderson that there must be a mistake because she has the honeymoon suite booked for just her. Stupid Steubing says, what Julie means is that it usually takes two to honeymoon. Like this guy, man.
You're so close-minded, Merrill. This is why you're alone.
Miss Anderson basically is like, yeah, I know. And when we get to Mazatlan, I'm going to get married. Julie's like, congrats. And then I was thinking, like, wait, last week, there wasn't this level of questioning for a couple of 16-year-olds that had the honeymoon suite book.
That's true. Oh, that's a good point. That thing is a mess. It's got all Gopher's props in it.
It's ghost props and paint and, lozenges. You never know. Just all. But they didn't it wasn't the Spanish Inquisition last week when they got on the ship.
That's true. It's because it was Isaac and not Steubing. That's why you need,
Maybe that's why he's there.
Plus, Julie was keeping her powder dry for her indignation later. So.
Oh, good point. That is a good point. And boy, was she, talk about mad.
Yeah, mad Julie season 3. So.
She's something else this year. Miss Anderson says that after they get married, she's going to have a huge party on the ship and wants everyone to come. And Steubing's like, that sounds great. But then now I'm thinking, Mike, the ship is not a wedding reception venue. Who would have a wedding reception on a boat?
Who would have sense. Is there a private party area? Like, of course you're invited.
That's what I'm saying.
You're just going to have it in the Acapulco lounge.
You're doing it poolside. Like, right. What are you talking about? Everyone's all 500.
Like she's got ropes around everything, so you can't get in.
You know what I thought? I thought maybe somehow she was going to end up being secretly super, 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 super wealthy or something like that. Was going to pan out because it was just like.
So now she's wealthy in self-awareness and confidence.
And extra food that wasn't eaten at the buffet.
Well, I don't think she. Here's the thing. I don't.
She went all out. I don't even understand.
No. I think this is like having your wedding at the Ground Round or the Sizzler or something like that. Like I don't think
Black
she.
Angus.
Yeah, I don't think she pre-ordered anything. So.
Oh, fair enough. She's like, well, we can eat. We're here. We can celebrate at our table. Yeah, I get that. That's funny. I'm sure that's been done before, right?
My wedding reception is at Wegmans. Just get all the things on the sticks.
Oh, look, they have pre-made sandwiches. Steubing tells Miss Anderson that her new husband will need a boarding pass.
Come on! I liked Merrill's attention to detail. Plus, I appreciated that we know there's not 600 people on the boat this week, and B, you can't just jump on the boat at Mazatlan, despite being able to jump on the plane at Mazatlan International Airport. So.
That's true. You don't need anything to get on that plane.
Nope.
We'll take everyone. Miss Anderson says she can't do that because she doesn't know his name. She hasn't met him yet. What? What? Come on. Oh, boy. Doc is in the lobby giving out hand smooches to a unnamed blonde passenger. We now know it's Judy Landers.
Yep.
And he gets distracted as another woman walks by, which I don't know what.
Yeah.
I
think Doc was just distracted by just making sure he checked the box, right? He was just like, he's got to look. He's got to look at everybody. Yeah.
Especially if it's a woman he's never seen before.
Right. He doesn't know.
Right. He's got to welcome her to the dog park. It's just like some dogs are like that. It's the same thing. Doc stops the hand smooching and asks the woman if she needs help. Gopher also asked her the same question at the same time. And I'm like, oh, here we go again. Another competition between these two. She asked if Professor Norman Bridges has arrived yet. This is such an unbelievable. She says that she's a student of his named Stephanie Chapman. She's traveling with him in separate cabins, which was weird because when she opened the door of the cabin, it was like the adjoining room thing. But we'll see that in a minute.
But are they considered separate cabins as the adjoining rooms?
They are, but
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Seems
that's not a
odd. Well, he
it's
is
not a
doing
real secure.
experiments on her, so I guess.
Well, no, no. Let me clarify.
Yeah,
She said student because I think I missed that. And if that's the
yeah.
case, it's even more
It's
creepy.
way
So,
worse. It's way worse. Right.
God.
Right. It'd be different if she like just volunteered as not a
Yeah.
student to have these
What
tests done. Like, want to go
what
on a cruise and
university does this guy teach at? And why is it the ugliest male population ever? This girl can't find anyone.
nobody,
Like, so-
nobody. And why is she? And yeah, it just didn't. The fact that she was so head over heels, it just was odd. Uh, yeah, she's going to help him with his experiments. Experiments, you say, Mike? What kind of experiments? Music, sounds, and their sexual reactions.
Well, actually, it was sexual.
Well, sexual reactions. She says it's for science. When she said this, I expected like Vinny Goombats to show up with like, oh, we're gonna do so many experiments. I was like, whoa, okay. I would have welcomed that, but instead we got Professor Bridges enters the ship. Gopher tries to take his luggage. The professor pulls away and asks if Gopher knows how expensive this equipment is or machinery is.
Well, based on the noises it made, I imagine pretty expensive.
Oh, it's expensive. Any additional boop, beep, boop on any
Yeah.
machinery back then is,
Man, I think he just bought Frankie Avalon's Lovetron thing.
That's
so
what I was
it's-
thinking. I was like, best machinery of the year goes to, so
Nah, the exploding lamp was better than this. I
the
think
exploding
so.
lamp was pretty cool. Professor's talking about the traffic he was in on the way to the ship in a taxi. Stephanie says that she thought his mother was driving him. Professor says, I just tipped my mother.
I immediately, at this point, I'm
I
out.
changed the
already.
channel, Mike.
I'm out.
I'm on to
I'm
CBS now.
yeah.
Like, give me the
I'm watching the mysterious beautiful
Just-
women.
This
Like,
is
I
fucking
was
awful already.
I was like, oh, it's been a while since I've been out on one. Now they must have known because they give you a lot of doc in this storyline for no reason.
A lot of doc, yeah.
But this was awful.
So
immediately.
right out of the gate, Mike. Right, we're two. The storylines have been pretty much introduced. We're 0 for 2. Like in my book, these are terrible storylines.
Yeah. And I know, and it's not
yeah.
Joanne Worley's fault.
No,
But
no,
like
it's not her fault.
you know what you're kind of getting out of her. So already
1000%.
it's the next scene with her that I think I
Yeah.
bailed on that one. But it's like this ain't gonna be good. You're wasting two laughing. You're wasting two laughing people on this. Honestly, I would have almost rather had Joanne Worley be.
It would have been
Stephanie.
funny.
At least they would have,
funnier.
and age appropriate. Like, but so
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, all right, let's yeesh. Vicky walks up to Isaac, asks him, "Hey, what's up?" And he has one of those hand squeezing devices. You remember those, Mike?
Oh yeah.
You'd,
yeah, I always would take them to work for sure.
Oh. It was a show of strength. I would show my dominance amongst my coworkers as I
back when I would be at the Wawa register, I'd just be warming up. So
entering pick fours, squeezing with the other hand. Isaac has so he says he's building the strongest forearm in racquetball history. Didn't know he's a racquetball player. We learned that about Isaac today.
Is there a racquetball court on this boat? That would make sense, right? You wouldn't need a huge space. I would.
That. Where was it when we were talking about whether it was like outdoor tennis? What was that on?
It was they mentioned
the
lawn was it lawn tennis they mentioned?
I don't know.
No,
tennis?
You know what it was? It was Julie was deck tennis. That's what it was. Julie was telling the olds all the sports events they had.
Because that can't be racquetball. It's just got to be
No, racquetball's racquetball.
Yeah. I wonder if they would have I don't know if you have the height for a racquetball.
I guess that's the question is the height. Yeah, you put it in the hull. In other boat terms,
just tow it. What's that? We tow a racquetball,
or you just build it open top, and you just have it to the sky.
Ball out.
Yeah,
replay.
People just walking into this glass.
It would look like old Cowboys Stadium. It just wouldn't make
and you
any.
just cook in there because the sun's just banging on it. So it's like
They spray you down with Pam before you get in there.
It's like an ant farm.
Oh, leave crispy and tired. Gopher sees him with the hand squeezy thing, decides to try it. Gopher can't do it, calls the device a lemon. And here we go. Enter Rosie Greer. And let me say this, Mike. I looked it up. He is 6'5", 285. Right? That's a big guy.
He's lean.
But he's right. He's lean. Yeah. Like it's not like that anymore. He is a monster of a person. His wife introduces them as Virgil and Claudette Plummer. Virgil looks at this hand squeezing thing and he sticks his 2 fingers in the end. I bet you it was doctored. They made it easier. Like, no one can do that, Mike. And he only uses his fingers. Gopher asks Mr. Plummer why he isn't playing football this weekend. Mr. Plummer's clearly unhappy with these questions and tells Gopher to just tell him where his cabin is. Gopher gives him the room number, and they're on the way to their room. And Isaac explains that Mr. Plummer got cut from the team. He's washed up. Shit. Cooked. Gopher asks Isaac. I feel bad for. Why would you? Is a cruise the place to go? I don't know if you'd want to be in public, but.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I was gonna question why he's not out, exercising or hitting some tryouts, but I guess it didn't matter.
I didn't see. We weren't in the gym this week. We didn't see a balance beam.
Why wasn't Bud Pomeroy there trying to get the scoop?
No kidding. No death trap of a hot tub, large glasses of juice. Nothing this week.
There was no large glasses of juice. That's true. Well, to be fair, they probably had to fumigate and shut down the gym after what's his name came in with the Kotu disease.
Well, apparently Matt rebooked a ticket and he's somewhere at the bottom of the hot tub.
Oh, poor Matt.
R.I.P. King. Gopher asks Isaac to take over for him. He'll be locked in his cabin until the cruise is over. This is very important. What I'm going to say right here. I am disappointed in what I saw. At 6 minutes and 2 seconds of this episode, during the ticker tape scene, remember last
Jerry
week?
Stiller again?
It is Jerry Stiller.
I have to go back and watch this. I have to go back and watch this now.
6 minutes and 2 seconds. I froze it. They're still using the Jerry Stiller and his enthusiastic ticker tape throwing from season 2, episode 26.
Yeah.
Love Boat Project number 49, Hydravion with Kevin Redding. Yeah.
That is hysterical. Why?
You know what? The first time when I saw it, I was like, and I mentioned it, but I didn't, and I'm like, they're not going to hit me again with it, are they? Mike.
Wow.
And then in my rewatch today, I saw it again and I was like, stop it.
That's funny.
They make it blurry, but it's clear as day. You can see what it is.
See, I said last time, if you're going to do that, just give me a different one every week.
Throw in
make it a real Waldo.
Have a
make it a real Waldo.
Yes, God, no. So I just saw that. I thought
should have been Deacon Jones.
It should have been Deacon Jones. Anybody.
Yeah,
I mean, any Too Tall, Jack Ham, John Brody. Was he alive? Yeah, John Brody.
John Brody. I assume he was alive.
I don't know, John Brody.
Doesn't matter. I mean, these aren't
anybody.
So.
Right, bring Reggie back for all I care. Just do something. Yeah. Miss Anderson's walking in the cabin hallway with Julian Steubing. Steubing says, "You set up the wedding, the reception, the honeymoon suite, and now you're going to try to find a groom on the cruise?" Says he asks her if she has things in the wrong order. Why don't they just leave her alone, man?
Yeah.
Just let her have the damn honeymoon suite and don't worry about it.
What do you care? You got your money. Regardless.
As long as you get your precious boarding pass, Steubing, don't worry about
it. Steubing's waiting for this wedding cake. He's like,
You're absolutely right. We'll see at the buffet if he's got a full plate or an empty plate. Spoiler, it's not empty. I'm just saying. He loves weddings. For the food
cakes.
And dancing. Cakes. Miss Anderson says, "You're right. I could use a stiff shot of scotch." People do shots of scotch, Mike. Is that a thing?
I mean, I wouldn't, but I guess people do. You can
Isn't that a
shoot
bit of
anything.
a?
You
Isn't
can
that a bit of
shoot
a?
anything, but
Well, yeah.
yeah. So
You can milk anything with nipples too, Mike.
yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, but it just seems like it defeats the purpose, right? I mean, what's the point of?
This is
Is
where I was like, oh, okay, I'm out. I'm out on the storyline too. I was just like, come on. Like,
That's it.
so we didn't make it to the first break, and I'm out on 2 of the storylines.
Yeah,
already.
I'm out. I'm out on 2 of
So
them.
not good. Not good.
And she heads to the bar. She sees a man in the hallway and asks if he's headed to the bar, and then they head to the bar.
Well, she asked if he wants to get married too, right?
Yeah,
Like this
no,
is
not this one.
already
She's
not
just
this
she's
one. Okay,
getting her shot in first before she's gonna.
this has got the very much of the Paul Williams vibe, where
It
he's
ve-
just asking everyone to marry.
It
So
does. I bet you Paul Williams and her would have had great chemistry on the show. By
I
the
would
way,
actually, I would. Why not just double up that storyline and save us one? You could have added a good storyline to this episode, and then maybe
Just
we would have had something.
just have
So,
Paul Williams in the bullpen for every episode. Like it's not going well. We
yeah,
haven't even gotten to the first break yet. Bring in Paul Williams. Let's go.
that is
He's
true.
sleeping on deck.
That is true.
But
They should let they should let us just stop so we don't have to go through the whole thing. Like
that should be it. We could wrap it up.
Right. We'll do the third
Next
storyline.
episode.
But we'll do the third storyline, but we'll just skip the other 2 storylines. So
You go back and look at our archive, and every episode's down to like 24 minutes. Wow, this guy's really cut time. They're really professional now. Yep.
they're really cheating to get to the end, aren't they?
They are.
So
It's funny. Stephanie Chapman's in her cabin brushing her hair. She's practicing a conversation. This is a crazy look. She's practicing a conversation that she'd like to have with Professor Bridges. She's desperate to have him notice her. Okay, she knocks on the door of the connected cabins, which is what we talked about before. At least she knocked, unlike a scarecrow. It's just like, hello, I'm here.
she could have called.
Just
Elvira.
Professor tells her to come in as he's in a tuxedo using his, quote, expensive machinery. Looks at her, says, Stephanie, that dress is perfect. She thanks him. Uh-oh, maybe. Professor stands up, and this is, I had to Google something. And he isn't wearing pants. He has boxers. Here's the Google item. Sock garters, socks, and dress shoes on. I didn't know what the real name of that was. I don't like that that's the name of it. It's not.
Is that like lederhosen?
Yeah, I get. What was the big deal with keeping your socks all the way up? Didn't they have elastic in the 70s?
I mean, I thought every sock that I ever wore growing up had a lot of elastic. Like
I usually had to push them down. They had so much elastic.
Exactly.
But who wants their socks up like at full attention all day? I don't know. That just seems weird to me.
Well, I feel like maybe it's for science.
Maybe it's because if he like crosses his leg, like his pant leg creeps up. But I don't want someone to think I've got like I'm socked to my knee.
I feel like this scientist has always got pants on, so the sock thing should be not a concern.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
it's just what a weird piece of clothing to
sock guard. Plus, it's very literal.
It is. It's just
so.
I mean, comedic value, 100%.
Oh yeah, this is one step up from like red and white heart boxers.
Oh, good call. Good call. Yeah, no, that is true. That is true. It's almost, it is cartoonish. It is true. Yeah. That is funny. He asked her to put on a flower with a sensor placed in it. He'll be able to monitor her body heat, heartbeat, respiratory rate, and glandular activity.
Yep.
Plus, it'll work from a distance of 200 yards.
Yeah, which that yardage gets real inconsistent real quick.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too. I'm like, wait a minute. 200 yards?
So that's 2 football fields.
That's 2 football fields?
But that doesn't, it's not like these are straightaways, right?
That's what I mean. You're in thing. Well, how long is a ship, would you think?
Don't they always compare to a bunch of football fields? Isn't it like 10 football fields or something? Like,
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know the length of a cruise ship.
200 yards.
You can reach us by email Tell us how big his chip is. I don't know. I mean, it would have to be, right? Although for 600 people, but it's stacked too. I don't know.
But it's again, I mean, is it 200 yards straight away versus 200 yards like you're not going to be
through metal doors and all. Well, it is expensive machinery, Mike. I think we're overlooking that fact.
That's a good point. Plus, those doors aren't metal; those things are here through wood. So.
Oh yeah, paper mache, the rice paper. If they get wet, they just dissolve. Yeah, that's not a. Yeah, I don't. It's just a weird. Stephanie asks him if it'll work at close range too. Mike, I go, this guy's clueless. If I'm saying, I mean, look at the title of the last episode. You know what I mean? Like, this is way girl dumber.
You think this doctor is more girl dumb than you?
Oh, yeah. Well,
I mean, I kind of want to see you play the role now.
I would be so uncomfortable. I wouldn't even want to, like.
You'd be sweating right out of your sock guards.
It wouldn't be good. Like, can I be in the episode with the dog that has me trapped in the room? I'm much more comfortable in that situation.
Can I be Ricardo?
I can do 7 different accents too. Look at me. It's fucking Ricardo. We'll get to him. I got a lot to say about that guy. Stephanie asks working on trains too. He turns to leave for dinner, still no pants on. Stephanie asks him if he's forgetting anything, and he says, of course. Grabs his expensive machinery, and I guess he's bringing it to dinner. Again, this storyline, Mike, I'm done. At this point, I'm done. I already know what's going to happen. I'm checked out of the storyline.
Yeah, like I said, the fact that they gave you a little bit of like basically a half a storyline in there made it tolerable, but this actual anything with Stephanie and the doctor is horrendous. It is absolutely horrendous.
Well, any story where they've pretty much explained the entire story just to like try to pull you into the story. It's like, oh, already told. We already know what's going to happen here. There's no.
I'm sure there's versions of the guy likes girl or girl likes guy, but the other person doesn't get it.
Yeah.
And it's not a friend zone thing like we talked about last week, right? Like there's definitely a version of this, but like on a show like this, you can't be subtle. You got to do it fast, which means you have to be the most heavy-handed. Right. I'm throwing myself at you. I'm an idiot. Like it has to be that version, and that's just not interesting.
Do you think it wasn't enough on her part? She wasn't really because I don't think she was really at this point right here from what I've seen. She's not really throwing herself at him.
Yeah, that's fair. I think the other thing is too, to defend the doctor, is he knows there's a 30-year age difference. He knows that she is his student, and he also knows that something's up, right? Like that's weird. Like you're a creep at best if you're him.
Maybe he's not oblivious. Maybe he's the smartest man on the boat.
Yeah.
I don't want to lose my job, Stephanie.
You know what? Maybe he actually pays attention to HR testing that they do in the office.
No kidding. I love my job.
Right.
What do you? I don't. Yeah, she's crazy.
Yeah, my ex, he doesn't have that job anymore.
No, he's done now. He's done. He left that behind.
I hope that computer wasn't the school's property.
Using it for ill will.
Ill will. He's gonna have it doing the Frankie Avalon programs now.
He rewires it. He's on the cruise boat tour. We see Virgil Plummer laying on the bed in the cabin. Timeout, Mike. No. Let me just say this. There's no. Come on. We've seen the guy dive on it and his head go into the wall.
That was a cot.
I'm just saying. Fair enough. And we see these other beds where people fit, and they're cardboard beds. I'm just thinking. I don't know what.
You think this is a special bed? Yeah.
Something.
But here's the thing: can you order a special bed? Can the plumbers order a special bed when they're booking their cruise?
Maybe they bring it with them.
That would make sense. Yeah, and that's where all his baking sheets are too.
Yeah, no kidding. Like, where did you get all these donut holes here? What is?
Well, no, I understand that. Why is the kitchen just letting some rando into the kitchen?
Well, right. It's not a slow process. He's there all day.
And night.
Sir, I have stuff to cook. Like,
they keep doing time checks in that scene. He's there at like 1 a.m. doing that.
Like, what's going on? Imagine how mad you'd be if you were Chef Borgia and you came down to the kitchen to get the breakfast shift going, and there's damn donut hole crap everywhere and dough.
Has anyone seen all the dough I had specially laid out for tomorrow's
Right?
What the?
How are we out of flour? That was a month's worth of flour.
Plus, why are all these donuts around?
What's going on? Where are all these empty rolls? Unbelievable.
Who's Tim Horton? I don't.
You know what? Because this is the only story we care about. This is what happens.
Yeah,
like it's
exactly.
Just, Mrs. Plummer exits the bathroom and asks Virgil if he's coming to dinner. Virgil says he's not hungry. She tells him that he has to eat her. He'll waste away, but that could take 3 to 4 years. Yuckity. Virgil says if he goes to dinner, what's he going to say to people who ask why he isn't playing the season? He tells her that he doesn't have a future because all he knows is football. She cheers him up, and they agree to go to dinner. One thing I just realized this episode, we didn't hear Steubing verbally invite anybody to the captain's table. Usually, that's like true. Every week we hear,
"That's true.
Will you be my guest at the?" That old shtick.
So, and of course, the captain's table moved again.
Yes,
so it's back in that weird dais setup.
I don't like that new captain's table. It looks cheap. Like,
don't worry, it'll be somewhere.
Cheap.
It'll be somewhere different next week.
Like, it should be like like a big ass like Knights
it
of the
Round. Should be in the same spot every week.
Right,
at least.
Right.
Like
nice plastic table. Jeez, guys, what's going on? It's dinner time. And apparently it's an unannounced Mexican and or Spanish fiesta night.
Spanish night, according to your boy Sydney.
Yeah.
Spanish night. So
Spanish
night. I don't know what the subtle differences were that they were going for.
Was it just tapas? Is it just light appetizers?
It's Lady of Spain. That's all they were playing in the back. So.
Oh God. It's just omelets and olives. That's all it is.
It's Franz Ferdinand.
Doc is talking to the same blonde passenger. He was hand smooching earlier. Tells her that he has to dine with the captain and some guests. Why doesn't he bring her for dinner? Boy, that's kind of a shady move.
Because it's booked.
Man, woman, man. Oh, I guess it's not open ended where you can. No, but I mean, hey,
yes, they have to book it ahead of time because Steubing couldn't possibly have an empty table. So you got to lock those people in.
That is true. It's funny.
Doc's not bringing sand to the beach either.
No,
so
God, no. That's a good point. Doc says, "I'll be back with your prescription." Doc has his sights.
This is early season 1 Doc. We have not seen this episode, Doc, in a long time.
This is like he's dog fighting.
This
like
is gratuitous. Somebody. This is gratuitous, Doc. This week,
Oh yeah. Like he's going around corner like high fiving people. Like he is just like on 10. And this is not an episode of Bricker.
No, it has been a while since we've seen this open banging.
He doesn't get 2 craps. This is what's going to... And the look in his eye that's coming up in the Pirates Cove says it all. That just seals the episode. Miss Anderson's having dinner with 2 unknown gentlemen. She's telling Sid the waiter, "Welcome back, Sid."
And goodbye.
Yeah, and goodbye. That's lame. I like the little...
They could have spread him out a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know what... She tells Sid that she didn't know that she was supposed to come in costume. Sid says it's Spanish night in the dining room. She asks Sid to make an exception for her. "I'm not Spanish. I'm German, Irish, and very hungry." Sid says, "For you, I'll make an exception." Now, I didn't think that this exchange was particularly funny, but I think it highlighted the timing that each of them had. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I thought they were great.
Sid is the best version of this.
Yeah.
Because you can do your little one-offs and
well, he's a segue.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a human segue to where you're trying to go. It's
like
just,
we liked Anderson, but Anderson didn't have a lot of guest interactions, right?
No.
This is a good character. I wonder if we'll get a different version of Sydney for the rest of this this season. So
he's been great. One of the men that Miss Anderson is dining with asked, "Why are you on this cruise?" She says that she is looking for a husband. This guy just says, turns to the other guy at the table and asks him about his super interesting worm farm.
Zinga.
No thanks. No thank you.
And they at least give her they take a shot of her, giving like, oh, like so.
I will say on this thing, we have still not reached our first break on this episode.
Yeah.
This thing was long. It was like 24 minutes.
And it's funny because then obviously the following acts are incredibly short.
Yeah.
And I don't know why they broke them up like this, because it's not like they had the only time I remember like a significantly long first act that recently was the World War II French lady. And the whole reason they did that was to build up for that dramatic, and you're not my husband.
But it worked. It worked.
So they hit you with something, right? Whereas this didn't have any of that.
No.
So
no. Well, and to your point too, I think I don't know if it was last week, the week before, when Dallas Cowboy episode was on, Dallas Cowboy cheerleader, when he went to town with her daughter.
Oh yeah.
And remember, she got mad.
Oh, sorry. He actually went to town. Sorry.
Yeah, he actually went to town. Yeah.
You said not on. Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. On her daughter. Yeah. She was at Park Borough. Yeah. Like when she found out and had that, like her, and that was the the perfect jumping off point. But that was also
that was the end of the first part of a two-parter, which is a much different kind of gotcha. So yeah, this thing was a weird pacing. We've talked about it. The best one is when they're even. When it's all about 12 minutes. Those are the best. This was not that.
Well, and it's weird. You go, that final piece of the episode was like a 4-minute section.
Yeah.
It's like, wow. Like, why?
Yeah. Why? Yeah.
Was it I wonder if it's an ad thing. Well, I know. I mean, because you're filming this, or you're editing it for commercials with time, right? So
you're editing it you're editing for it. You're not necessarily writing for it, right? So, but December 1st isn't going to be anything where they'd have to worry about that.
That's what I was thinking. But it just seems like a long time to go without trying to sell something, on a Saturday night.
Maybe they knew. That's what it was. They knew this thing was garbage and that somebody was going to get up out of their Barco lounger and turn the dial. So they had to keep you as long as possible.
Like, well, shit, I'm already 26 minutes in.
Right,
like,
I might as well finish it. Let's see what Montalban's up to after this.
I've already seen Savage Island, so I don't. Whatever. I'm here.
It's a BJ Clip show. I'm not going to watch that.
What am I going to? And there's only 3 networks. What am I going to do?
That's it. What am I going to read?
It's funny. Sid the waiter walks right into the professor's expensive equipment. The professor tells Sid how delicate this machinery is. He then, I know, boop, boop, beep, boop. It's just annoying. Professor then starts to test Stephanie's reactions to normal items. This is just ice cubes, office keys. She says, "Why don't you try the key to your cabin?" He's funny. He's like, "A key is a key."
Yeah.
That's kind of funny.
So what is the science behind doing these experiments on a boat? Is it because there's a lot? Is it because there's a lot of variables, and so you could get a lot of? I initially was like, this is ridiculous, but then I was like, well, it would kind of be like doing it at a mall or something like that. I guess it's not the craziest thing. So
I mean, if you want to gauge someone's I don't know. Because I don't know. Nothing's really set up with this experiment.
No.
Like, it doesn't make any sense. There's no like, okay, we're going to test this.
I feel like I'm not a scientist. I'm not a scientist, but I feel like just having all your what do they call it? It's not the variable. It's the
hypotheses.
No, what's the one that's the constant? Having your constant is just this thing on wheels, basically. I don't know that it's going to be.
Where's the scientific method in this?
Right.
It just doesn't make, other than like That's his student. I'm stuck on that. That makes no. He's gonna. I'm just.
Should have been a giant like electrode on her forehead, not a cute rose. Like
Why couldn't this professor have been an actor that was like a good looking dude, and they nerd him up? You know what I mean? They
yeah,
nerd
it
him
should have
up.
been like the moon expert or
Right.
something.
And
Like at least do that.
Well,
Yeah.
the end of the episode, you see him off he leaves the boat. And he's a freaking dreamboat
Oh, you
now.
should have can't hardly wait. Yeah, should have.
Yes, that's
She's
what
all
this should have
she's
been.
all that at him. Yeah, there
Right.
you go.
She brought out the hunk in him, like that kind of thing.
That makes sense.
But not when he's 57 and she's 27.
Not the same movie.
No, it's not the same movie at all. That's his student.
That's American. That's American Beauty.
Oh, that's it's To Catch a Predator. Like it's just ridiculous. Oh,
To Catch a Professor.
Yeah. Oh. Oh. I see you brought pizza. I'm just in the neighborhood. Just doing experiments.
I see you're reacting very heavily.
Yeah, no,
to being arrested.
Yeah, we just want to talk. I'm free to leave. Okay. Gopher and Vicky are entering the dining room together. Gopher sees Virgil at the captain's table and immediately turns around. Tells Vicky that he said the wrong thing to Virgil Plummer and now he wants to pull off his ears and stuff him in his nose. I did not like Gopher in this episode.
No, it was just a one trick. It was just a one trick thing.
It was too much of it too. It was just like,
yeah.
Vicky just tells Gopher just apologize. Brilliant.
I like Vicky. I really like the way they used her in this, where it was just like she got to do a lot of like that stuff, but it's better coming out of a kid's mouth than it is like Julie or Doc or somebody doing it. So
I feel like Julie is almost like a litmus in a sense, because I feel like her character is young, not a lot going on, just once, like good energy. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. So when someone is off, they seem even more off because she's not off. You know, I think she's a good measuring stick for where.
And it's also the thing where with her, because she's the new person or whatever, you can do where she gets 3 minutes, but it works.
Yeah.
Whereas it feels like a come down for any of the other 5 if that's all you're doing, you know. So,
and I did think it specifically here. I mean, it furthered the story a lot. Maybe not a lot, but I think it did something. It transitioned us to, okay, it's dinner time. He's at the table.
Yeah.
I thought it was an effective use of screen time, like you're saying, for a new character.
Yeah.
Without much to go on.
Right. It's like between, you know, Sydney and Vicky, and there's just a lot of like plot moving devices in here that haven't been there in previous seasons, and it does make things feel less small, right? It makes the world bigger a little, you know.
Completely. I think you're just getting a larger slice,
right?
Because now you can involve her. I think it's a good move.
Yeah.
So far, I'm happy with the Vicky move.
Yeah,
so
and
far.
you know we're going to get a couple kid themed episodes through her, which is good too. You know, it's like besides the fact that they just like hit her in a closet last week, you know, because Captain Merrill was out cock walking. So
no telling. Well, this week she shows up and then she eats, and then there's like, oh, bedtime. So they let her out to eat, but that's about it.
She's got trained for the Olympics, Mike.
That's just funny. Gopher has a change of heart, and Vicky says that she'll tell Doc to scrub up the instruments. Ha ha ha. Gopher approaches the captain's table, says hello to Virgil, who then stands up. Man, he's a large individual.
He is huge.
And Gopher loses all composure, and he is out of there. Also, while this is happening, Mike, Steubing does not stop eating the whole time. He doesn't break stride the whole time. And I rewound it because he was didn't just watching, just eating. They're like, Gavin, if we have to do a retake, don't eat all that food.
Yeah.
We need 4 more shrimp cocktails, please. Well, while Steubing is eating, it is time for a little dancing in the Acapulco lounge. Let's go. We see Doc talking to the same blonde as before, unnamed blonde, Mike. Still no name has been shared, which is weird. And we see the professor and Stephanie. Yeah, I think it's weird. I think that Judy Landers deserved a little better than that, to be honest with you.
It's always weird when they don't give you a name. So,
especially if somebody's already been on the show before.
Well, especially because you're just making everybody Stephanie anyway. Just make her Stephanie.
Well, you might as well. Just call them all Stephanie. Screw
Stephanie,
it.
right?
Just
Exactly.
Stephanie or Julie.
Stephanie or Boy Stephanie. Those are the character names.
That's fine with me. Boy Stephanie 1, Boy Stephanie 2. That's funny. This professor wants to get Stephanie's reactions to music. Stephanie said she'll have a better reaction if she was dancing instead of just listening to music. So Professor asked Doc to dance with Stephanie. Again, I'm so out on this story because now I'm just like, stop it. Doc places his drink down by the blonde. This is my favorite interaction of the entire episode right here. Doc places his drink by the blonde and says, "This is duty, forgive me." She asks if will you come back? Doc says, "Does Don Ho eat pineapple?" Man, what a great line. What a great line. And I will say this. We did say Isaac, a lot of heavy lifting this episode. Doc,
oh yeah,
they gave him a lot because this storyline was just so bunked that.
Well, no, and again, they had to. They were like, "This storyline is so bad, we got to break out." November 1977 Doc.
Yeah,
which in bite sizes is incredibly entertaining.
Absolutely, but this is it's a lot. Doc is going to dance with Stephanie while the professor will monitor her from his cabin. What? All right. Stephanie tries to tell the professor otherwise, but he's not listening.
You're telling me this is 200 yards away, the Acapulco Lounge from a cabin? Like,
I don't.
With at least like 7 walls and doors and
elevation changes too, and like
people standing in between,
Imagine if it interfered with the radar of the boat, and they're just we're at the totem pole. We don't know how we got here.
Adam.
Steubing sitting with Virgil and his wife tells Vicky that it's time for bed. Steubing tells her that he doesn't want Virgil to get involved. What am I talking about? Doesn't want her to get involved?
Yeah, I don't know.
I missed it.
Did he? You know what? I think Steubing threatened to get Virgil to tell her to go to bed.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't want to get Virgil. Okay.
Yeah.
Steubing leaves to
That'd be weird if it was something else.
I know. I was like, wait, what? Don't get involved. Whoa, Virgil. Steubing leaves to take Vicky to bed. Virgil's ready to rip the arms off anyone who calls him a has-been. And his wife is like, relax.
Nobody's going to do that.
Nobody's
going
to do that. I promise you. Virgil then says the people would hound him for autographs before, and now they don't. Enter Isaac, asking Virgil for his signature. Virgil seems happy.
Yep.
He says, "Who do you want to make it out to?" This answers some questions we've had too. Isaac says, "To the ship. It's for your drinks."
Wah, wah.
Virgil gets up, says he's going for a little walk. So it's not all included. It's very inconsistent here because we don't see a lot of cash.
Right.
Is it nowadays it would make sense if it was like a cashless environment with cards, but then
I guess because you're right, because like how did hotels work before credit cards in terms of you couldn't sign something to the room because there was no
you're out at sea.
Well, but there was no if you would check out, if you wouldn't check out, right? There's no like way to get you.
You could run it. Remember the old school ones? You had the card.
Right, but I'm saying if cards were not as there was not as much of a preponderance of cards back then, right?
That's true.
So that's what it is. Like the last time I booked a hotel without a credit card because me and a former guest of the show were very broke a long time ago, and so we split our room and we paid cash. And I think and we had to like give extra basically, as the deposit because we weren't running a card. That was how it happened. So
I used to rent a place by the week back in the day for cash like that. I didn't have any cards or credit, and it was all you got a discount for staying there on a weekly.
Much like earlier stories, we took that deposit when we got it back when we checked out and put it right back into the hotel bar. So
there you go.
We showed them.
You're welcome. That's funny. That's funny. We see Doc dancing with Stephanie, and the blonde that Doc was having drinks with is watching them dance. It's amazing that Judy Landers isn't like, I am not going to hang out, but she's hanging out. She is all about some Doc. Meanwhile, the professor's back in his cabin checking his machine. He's saying that Stephanie's showing zero signs of having a libido. But why would dancing? You know, I don't. I don't even want. I'm a dummy. Julie's looking at the ocean on deck as Miss Anderson approaches her.
Just randomly, Julie's looking at the ocean.
Just looking at the ocean. Just poignant, Julie.
They must have been.
Chanot.
I was gonna say they must have been pointing north.
She's looking north. I wonder if Jack's looking at the same sky I'm looking at right now.
Nope, he's not. He's not.
He's inside. He's in bed with his wife.
It's also daylight.
Yeah, he has a race car bed and he sleeps there with his wife every night. She poor Julie. I'm sorry.
Poor Julie. She's over it though. She's over it.
Miss Anderson says she just wasted 2 hours without seeing an available man. And Julie says, "Where were you?" Miss Anderson says, "The boiler room." And my question, logically, is: was she hanging out with mankind down there? What's she looking for?
Freddy Krueger.
boiler room brawl? Like what's going on? Julie tells her that marriage is a big step and not something you want to jump into. Mike, how is she? Stop it! Stop it! How are you saying this? Looking north, singing the ballad of Chanot.
It's just they're finding their, like I said in a previous episode, I'm giving them some grace as they try to find their way with the Julie character. But with Julie being this hardened kind of like love advice giver, it's hard for her to be consistent in any of it because she's been so inconsistent. Right? Like, I mean,
right. There's no base. She doesn't have like a home base.
Like you can't be anti-marriage when you then, went to Alaska and then also just gave advice to the Cowboys cheerleader a few weeks ago.
Yes.
That kind of conflates. Yeah. So
with the advice,
it's hard. They got to pick if Julie's going to be bitter, she needs to be bitter. If Julie's going to be, sage, she's going to be sage, but they got to give her one.
You can't, right. You can't hedge your bets with this.
Right.
And I do think that this is her saying that is her being still bitter about the whole thing that happened. This isn't,
which is fine. Which honestly,
I get.
If that's a character arc, I like it, and they mention it enough specifically that maybe that is something they're doing.
Maybe it is.
But and I understand why she
hasn't been
anti
with
this
since Chanel, has she?
Well, are we counting? She banged Paul Burke, the old guy.
She did bang Paul.
But that was before Alaska.
Yeah.
And then we don't think that she hooked up with the real or the travel agent's travel agent, right?
No.
Your boy Rory, right?
He's
a matter of fact, I will say I think this week was the first absolute undisputed evidence that a crew member had sex.
This week?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, just by the fire hazard alone, right?
But I'm just saying, this is the first one this season that we absolutely are sure of. So.
Without a doubt. Yeah.
I mean, Doc made sure we're sure, but
Doc was like, look at the expression in my eyes in the cove. You know what's going down. All right. Julie, she tells Julie that a man won't buy the cow once the milk is turned sour. Oof.
Ouch.
Julie says there's lots of single women over the age of 40, and Dottie says sour milk. Oof. You couldn't say that today. Oh,
I gotta tell you, as somebody who got married at 39, I totally agree with this premise.
I'm saying it was a race for me too. I was cutting it close,
Oh yeah. Now I know she doesn't listen. Yeah. I'm putting that right in the reel.
You can say anything. It's great. It's very freeing. The fact she says sour milk, I was just like,
yeah, that's tough. Twice. She did it twice, basically.
She did say it twice. Yeah.
Cow sour milk. So.
Let me clarify it for you.
Yeah. In case you don't know what I'm saying, Julie.
Oof. How old's Julie, do you think, here? 20.
We know, right? She was 25 when the old man asked her last year.
Oh, so
her birthday just passed, so she's 26.
Yeah.
Thank you,
no, it didn't. Her birthday didn't just pass.
Well, no, she said it was a month from now, right? So we're about there
like
now.
Next week or whatever.
Right.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say she just turned 26. So she's got plenty of time. Julie's got plenty of time.
Yeah, her
It'll
milk's
be
not going to go sour for another, 14
it'll be
years?
1993. She'll be getting married
what
to
a
Tag
year.
Team or something.
No kidding. Oh, wow. Yeah,
Whoop,
that's
there
good.
it
Good for
is.
you. Whoop, there it is. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. Yes, it is. Dottie asked a random male passenger if he's doing anything tomorrow night, would like to get married. And that is a hard pass for that passenger. There is no... That's why I thought maybe Dottie had money. Like, how is she going to,
Yeah.
Again, we are still not at the first break, Mike. This is crazy. We're back in the Acapulco Lounge, and we see Doc still dancing with Stephanie. And the blonde passenger still waiting and watching Doc dance. Doc tells Stephanie that he's been keeping a lady waiting, and she's not happy about it. Stephanie says that she knows the feeling, takes off her flower sensor. Doc picks it up, gives it to the blonde. They leave together. I still don't like the story. Mrs. Plummer's in the lobby. She looks sad. Isaac walks up and asks if she needs anything. The dynamic between these two is a little weird, and it made me a little uncomfortable. I'm just going to be honest. Like, it was a little weird, touchy-feely for somebody who this woman doesn't really know.
Yeah.
Meaning kisses on the lips, like stuff like, you're crazy. You're crazy if that's craziness. I don't know what I would do.
It was a little forward because it kept happening. I will say that.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Isaac walks up, says asks if she needs something. She said, yes, I need help. They walk out on deck together. She explains that Virgil's having a rough time adjusting. Tells Isaac he's a pussycat and puts her hands on Isaac's shoulders. Here we go. And here comes Virgil. And I'm like, oh, no.
Yeah.
We have to get a new bartender. He says, you better watch yourself. And Isaac nervously tries to explain that they weren't doing anything at all. And Virgil says, you better watch yourself or you'll catch a chill.
Yeah. Isaac was in trouble with his line because he was trying to pretend that he was talking mixology, and we all know he doesn't know a damn thing about bartending. So.
Yeah, make a drink in front of me. How about that? Make one in front of me.
I've seen you seduce more married women than I've seen you make drinks.
No kidding.
Isaac, so.
Yeah, the only drink I've seen you pour is scotch on Doc's hand. That's the only thing that you've poured.
And that green stuff in the Charlie's Angels episode.
Weird, yeah, what is that? It's pre-made.
That wasn't even Love Boat proper.
No. Although maybe that they sell that in the gift shop too. It's like, packaged Isaac's Punch or whatever the hell it is. You know what? That would have been a hell of a product thing, like Isaac beverages, pina coladas, like Love Boat.
I'm sure they had it somewhere.
Put it in our store.
Put it in our store? Oh yeah. So you want to drink 45-year-old liquor?
No, we're gonna get new. We're gonna make Pacific Princess seltzers.
Oh, nice. Hard
Zero
seltzers?
Sugar. Yeah, you know what I mean. Seasonal.
Ice hard.
Yeah. Isaac decides it's the perfect time to leave. Says, "I love your wife." And he stumbles over his words until finally saying later and then leaving. And as soon as they moved on to a different scene, I'm like, can we just hang out with Virgil for the rest of this?
Seriously.
Again, we're not at the break yet.
That is insane. We are. I knew it was bad, but like, why are we hanging around here? Now I'm trying to remember what the first act break is, and it's like
it's coming.
It can't be worth it. Like,
no.
Yeah.
Professor's still in the cabin. Machine starts bee boo bopping.
Beep boo bop.
Professor thinks Doc is with Stephanie and says that animal, and runs out of his cabin wearing a sleep shirt.
There you go.
Professor
sleep shirt, no sock guards.
No sock garters. I guess it's one or the other. If you wear both, that's just overkill. Like you have too much equipment on. Professor sees Gopher and sternly asks him where Dr. Bricker is. Gopher says he's in his cabin, I guess. Professor finds Doc's cat. Way to cover for him, by the way.
How would Doc's cabin be so obvious?
Well, why would you even say anything? The guy's all mad. I'd be like, who's Doc?
Well,
I don't know.
Gopher's eliminating competition. That's what he's doing.
Yeah, and then how the hell would... Remember, because they moved their cabins too? He wouldn't...
Yeah. I guess there's a possibility that it's like on the room key is like for the doc. If you need a doctor, go to this room. So...
But I think there's no way that Stephanie goes back in her room without checking on the professor. Like one last try.
Sure.
But whatever. Professor thinks Doc's with Stephanie. Professor finds Doc's cabin somehow. I guess, well, because he is a professor. He knocks on the door. Doc answers with lipstick marks all over his face and says, "Anyone sick?" And Professor says, "You," and socks him in the eye. This part was kind of funny.
Congratulations to Doc. You are the first person to get hit twice on the Love Boat. So.
No kidding. Doc staggers and ends up back in bed with the blonde passenger. And immediately I'm like, you would think that there'd be a no candle rule on this ship. Do you see how many candles he had?
I think so, yeah.
Jesus, what are you trying to burn? And then I wrote, I bet Doc brings his own. Like, no matter what the rules are, he's like, women love candles. I'm bricker.
I mean, everything in 1979 was flammable. I cannot imagine.
Right? Like everything. There. Right. The sheets, what he's wearing.
Yeah. The women themselves. Like, so.
Hairspray.
Right. Aquanet. Like, yeah. It's just...
And alcohol, like in bed. What are you doing? Oh, geez. Professor realizes it's not Stephanie. Says, "That's my rose." And the blonde passenger gives it back to him. Doc says, "Why?" Notice Doc. What a nice guy. Didn't punch him back. Like him much like he turned the other cheek. Just like someone else we know. Yeah.
Like Jesus.
Just like Jesus. Yeah. Well, there goes our Prattville, Alabama listener right there. Out there.
Or maybe plus.
Plus. Maybe.
Who knows?
Professor, mistaken identity. Carry on. And Doc and the blonde passenger resume their smooching. All right. And we finally
I thought that was the break. Yeah. That was not worth getting to. Like, anybody hitting on this boat is good. It sucks for Doc that he's the one who gets hit when the door opens, but
I'm down for any,
Yeah.
And it didn't slow him down at all. I mean,
no, it affected him none. If anything,
it helped him.
It helped, yeah. Look at Doc making lemons, making lemonade out of lemons.
He's so tough too. The cruise ship has arrived in Mazatlan. Steubing asks Julie how the husband hunt is going for Miss Anderson. This is the interesting part, Mike. We get a gaze at the Welcome to Mazatlan edition of the Princess Patter newspaper.
Yeah.
Yes, I froze the screen on this sucker right here. We see that Miss Anderson took out an ad. Help wanted. Husband. I'm looking for a good husband. Wedding is tonight. If you're good and kind and also a man, apply 2 p.m. Cabin 132 Fiesta deck. No experience necessary. Steubing says that this lets Doc off the hook because he's been married 4 times and he's overqualified. Yeah.
So do you think that the Princess Patter is essentially like a newsletter, right? Like for the day's events, I would imagine.
That's correct. Mm-hmm. I mean, I've got my day planned, Mike.
So
based on what I read in the Princess Patter.
Well, I was gonna. Okay, and I'll let you get to that. But like generally, like, isn't this just the stuff that's covered in announcements, like on the PA and things like that? So
I would think that you'd have a little more awareness on what's going on a daily basis. You don't have, like, do you have to wait for the daily pitter patter to figure out what's happening? I don't know what's happening tomorrow. Like, wouldn't they put out, here's the schedule for your cruise?
I would think so.
Know.
Yeah.
Well, my day is booked, Mike. I don't know about yours. Here's what I'm going to do today. I found a list of today's activities in the Princess Pitter Patter or whatever, Princess Patter, whatever the hell.
Patter.
Fishing tour departs at 9. I'm going to hit that.
No, that's too early. What if Mike Sr. has a meeting? So he can't
that is true. That is true. Maybe not. I'll just wear that stinky hat. Revenge of the Pink Panther is playing at the Princess Theater at 2:30 p.m.
What a great way to spend a sunny day in Mexico is in a dark movie theater.
Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. Like, that's a...
Is it raining? It's rained once on this boat.
Why wouldn't you do that at night?
Exactly. Who's going to that?
Yeah, I don't. That's just afternoon tea at 4:30 in the Coral Dining Room. Followed by Jackpot Bingo at 5:30 in the Carousel Lounge.
The hell's the Carousel Lounge?
I don't know. Casino opens at 9 in the International Lounge.
Oh.
And then at 11:30, the highlight of the night, I'm going to go see the Franco set and Tony Sirachi perform in the Carib Lounge, which I don't know what lounge that is either.
The what?
Carib, like the fake chocolate chips. I don't know what it is. CARIB Lounge.
Can I get that musical act again, by the way?
Oh, sorry. The Franco set and Tony Sirachi.
Oh, Tony Sirachi's great. I saw him in Brookline. So
Oof. No slow sax tonight.
oh
We are
my
partying.
God. That's a long day if I'm up at 9 o'clock fishing. I gotta go see
mean,
Srirachi at midnight.
I hope Mike Sr. does have a call. You know what I mean? I may be shooting myself in the foot if I go fishing all early. We see Vicky enjoying these little tiny things. I don't know what they are. I've never seen such a thing before. Little round bites and a glass of milk. And we see Isaac walk up in his non-work clothes, which is sort of rare.
It's always jarring.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
And I was surprised it wasn't the Dream Girls giant cowboy hat.
I do love that cowboy hat, by the way. Or his like motorcycle hat, like the big sort of like Jeff cap, the giant one.
Yep.
Vicky offers him one, and this concept of a donut hole is just blown Isaac's mind. She explains what a donut hole is. Fun fact: Dunkin' Donuts launched the Munchkin in the early 70s. Hard to pinpoint which. 72 or 73 is when they started. They found when they removed the holes that the donuts cooked more evenly. So they found a way to eliminate waste.
There you go. So I was going to get some donut holes for the show. Well, here's the thing. Well, that was the prop, but here's the thing. I was going to do Munchkins, and then I was like, you know what? I was going to do Timbits, which is Tim Hortons version of a Munchkin, and we have a lot of Canadian listeners, so I was going to give a salute to our friends in Canada. Timbits are basically the same thing. I will say they are a little heartier. So
what do you mean? Hold on. Hard. What do you mean? Are these confectionate? Like, give me
a little bit more.
Flavors.
It's got a little bit more girth to it, a little bit more of the sugar. Munchkins, I kind of remember being a little smaller
and
a little
smaller.
Yeah.
What about filled? Are they filled? Because there were those jelly Munchkins, which were really good.
I believe so. I can't say I've had a lot of the Tim Hortons Munchkin or Timbits. Like most things as I get older, now that they put calorie counts on these things when you order them, I can't do any of this stuff because it just makes me feel like I'm going to die. But I did want to give a shout out that it's not just the good folks at Dunkin' Donuts, but also Tim Hortons who have a version as well. So, but thanks very much to Virgil Plummer, the inventor of the donut hole.
Yes, 7 years after that was already invented. Everyone's just too scared to tell him he didn't invent them.
Here's my patent right here.
Here it is. I got 5 of them. Isaac asked her where she got them. Vicky said that Mr. Plummer baked them himself, which, of course, you're like, what? No. Mr. Plummer says he likes to bake. He likes to bake to relax. Same here. I also like to bake to relax.
Yeah.
Bing.
Do you like baking in strange places that you're at? So
No.
This is like I am having a bad day. Let me jump into that Applebee's kitchen and relax.
Preheat the oven. Hey guys, I know I'm in America's Neighborhood Grill, but I'm having a bad day. You mind if I fire it up and make myself a patty melt?
I know people are eating good in the neighborhood, but I need to feel good in the neighborhood. So,
in addition to your baby back, I just want to know. Isaac says that some people would get a big laugh out of that, but I'm not one of them. We see Virgil telling his wife that he doesn't want to go to town. They're at a few tables over. He just wants to sit and read. And she reluctantly leaves him to his reading. I wonder if he's reading about donut holes, too. Well, if they've never been invented, he can't, right? So I don't know.
I feel like he should be reading the transaction wire to see who needs a defensive lineman.
Or read the map to see where the gym is. What do you don't need to be donut holes, Virgil. Like, come on, man.
Well, he might not be getting high on his own supply.
you don't see him eating anything in the whole episode.
Exactly.
So yeah,
he's reading.
that's true.
He's feeding his mind, Mike.
It's like New Jack City. He has all these people making the donut holes like naked, so they don't steal from him.
Am I my donut holes keeper?
Oh boy. Whoo, boy. Gopher's telling Isaac that he can't go ashore and he has to do the monthly status report. Oh, darn it.
I hate when work gets in the way.
Yeah.
Whatever the hell you people usually do.
Yeah, it's I don't know. Mrs. Plummer offers to go into town with Isaac. This makes Isaac very nervous. He asks if Virgil would mind, and she says he won't, and they're off to Mazatlan. I would need a little more reassurance then. No, he's fine with it.
Well, it's one of those things where I think weirdly they have like the strongest marriage ever.
Yeah.
But to the outsider, there's no way that's the case. So it's like,
that's true.
I get it. But it's one of those things where it's like they don't even think, like you trust each other so much that you don't even think about it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But like if Virgil Plummer was my height, I don't know that anybody would have thought twice about this. So.
Well, plus, I guess, too, they're sort of playing that fact that, like, yeah, I mean, they're just relaxed about it. He could have easily played the over-jealous, like, ridiculous,
right.
and had been chasing somebody around the boat the whole time, but...
He just wants to bake, man.
Yeah, come on, man.
You know what, though? The thing about a donut hole is it's a lot like a heart. When there's something missing, there's a hole. And it cooks up faster. That's fair. That's fair.
That's fair. That's fair.
That's fair. This drink was stronger than I intended.
Oh, boy. I mean, it is a weekend night. This is a rarity for us. It's like Love Boat after dark.
I needed to drink to do this one. So.
I had some pregame activities as well. So this is not a This is not a sober episode by any means. Because anyway.
Because we're still in Act 1.
We're still in Act 1. Dottie Anderson's in her cabin wearing her wedding veil. Not crazy at all. She's singing "Here Comes the Bride" to herself. There's a knock on her door. It's Julie.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Jesus. Julie wants to talk to Dottie specifically about her ad in the Princess Patter.
Take a knee. Take a knee, Dot. Let's talk here.
Come around. Come here. Huddle up. Let's bring it in. Come on. Dottie's telling Julie which deck the reception is going to be on. And Julie says, Dottie, why don't you just stop it? And I wrote, damn, Julie. Like,
you've known this person for 20 minutes.
Like, let her, who cares? She's not hurting anybody. She tells you she's not going to find a husband with a newspaper ad in one day. Nobody is going to come. Dottie says, I don't see why not. It's still early and there's a lot of nice men on board. It's just going to work out just fine. And Julie asks if she really believes that. Dottie says, sure I do. I have to. Don't forget the whole spoiled milk thing. Lest we not forget what happened before. Julie
that
says,
milk isn't going to get unsour. So.
No, once it's bad, it's bad. So,
Can I ask you? I have a question.
Oh, yes, sir.
Go ahead. Finish up. And I'll get to my
question. Dottie puts her wedding veil back on, continues singing. She doesn't look as happy to be singing at this time. Go right ahead.
Okay. Two-part question. Will we see Julie in a wedding dress in a non-Julie's wedding? And B, yes, when we do, how long will we see that? Like episode 4 of next season? Like that's coming, right? Like
that is brutal. That is brutal. Do it. I just want to restate the question. The question was, do we see Julie in a wedding dress on an occasion where she's not getting married, right? Like,
yeah, like something like this. We are going to see Julie get wedding fever at some point.
It's gonna happen.
And be in a wedding dress at an inappropriate time.
Like she's gonna think, and then the dude's just gonna ghost or something like that. Or
something
before. Yeah. I think you're right, because we've got some time before the
because I think when she gets off the boat, that's what happens. So we got a lot of time in between. So
boy. Well,
all I'm saying is Julie, glass houses here, much like that racquetball court we're trying to
no roof.
Build earlier.
Yeah, let's
glass houses, Julie.
Yeah, it's awkward, man.
This one's got no floor. So
No floor. No floor. Yeah.
yeah,
Uh,
it's a
Doc's.
different. It's a different. Sorry,
Mm,
it's a
no,
different
no.
crazy. It's a different crazy with Julie. Not crazy even, but it's a different.
No, I get it.
It's like it's like not impulsive crazy behavior. It's almost like the ramifications of her previous crazy behavior are now setting in on her, and it's affecting her outlook on things. She's becoming very jaded. So.
Well, I mean, if you look at her, the experience that we know about, right, from her history on the show with living abroad, having this relationship with this guy who was married, and then sort of we've seen a history of her like essentially throwing herself at people to include Doc. Let's not forget that. That's super awkward. So I think her experiences of like, I think it's low self esteem. I
Yeah.
think it's insecurity. And I think when she sees something like this, she's like, well, you are in for a world of disappointment.
I
But I
would like
think
to
that,
see
mm,
Julie get a win this season, like
well,
in love.
what defines a win?
You know what it is? It is a version of the Chenault episode without the marriage kids
That's
thing.
amicable. Like they go
But and
separate ways, but it's fine.
Julie was kind of driving that, but
Yeah,
in a very like that's I think that's a win. Like to me is
I could
like
see
it's
that. Just
not
some,
manic,
well,
it's not chasing,
anything
it's
not ending in her being completely destroyed and like
right. Or
would be,
looking
yeah.
right, looking stupid. Like there's no reason that she can't have exactly what Doc just did in this episode. Right?
I agree. I agree.
So
No, there's no
that's
reason. There's no
I would
reason. I
like I
mean,
would like Julie to have one of those. Not everything has to be the greatest love story ever told, like
no,
Steubing or
no.
whatever. So
Well, and I think that's the thing too. I think that in her mind, the Chanot thing was the greatest love story ever written. It's going
yeah.
to be so romantic. I go up there, and then it didn't work out, and now she's like, burn the house to the ground. Like,
Well, when's the mouth come back? Is that next season?
I don't.
So-
Yeah, no kidding, no kidding.
Ugh.
Uh, Doc's at the bar with Stephanie and the nameless blonde passenger from before. Again, no name. Doc's wearing his sunglasses to hide his shiner. The blonde tells him that he looks super macho with his mouth showing and takes his sunglasses off. Um, the blonde tells Stephanie that the professor is one jealous guy. Says that to him, she's just some reactions on a graph. Stephanie says this. Doc explained he didn't get punched for making love to some statistic.
Boom.
Boom. Stephanie's very excited about this news. She says that's wonderful. Doc says it depends on how you look at it. Uh huh. The nameless blonde says, I look at it as macho. And good Lord, Mike.
Yep.
Doc, with the look of a Bengal tiger approaching his prey in his eye, takes her by the hand. Good Lord, he's looking at her like,
Yeah.
I don't know what's about to go down. Jeez, like it's
Well,
daytime. Like Doc's not
listen,
playing, man.
Doc is playing the hand that's been dealt. That's for
Oh,
sure.
he's
So
yeah, yeah. He finally got his energy back from the twins that just damn near killed Bricker a few,
it
about a
is funny.
year
That is
ago.
one of the last. That is one of the last real version. I think the last version. Funny part is the last time we saw Doc this callous was when he got punched the first time.
It is true. It is true.
So,
That's funny. That is funny. There
so
is a bit of a pattern. He goes across a certain line. He almost expects to be punched. He's like, well, it's
yeah, it's
coming.
like he needs to be reset. So
As they leave, Stephanie yells, I can't believe it. He loves me. Oh, Jesus. Come on.
this
Stephanie, get a
poor,
fucking
probably
clue.
21-year-old co-ed doesn't know any better. So
Uh, do you think they tried to age her to make her appear older than 27? I didn't really give it much thought till just
no,
now,
I
but
think if
I
she's
didn't
a
think so.
student, the student thing really
Right.
throws it all into chaos. I think
Right.
she's supposed to be 20 or something.
Why wouldn't she just say, like, I volunteered to be a part of a study? Like, that makes it.
Right. Yeah, much easier. Yeah.
Were
Because they
things just
never
not as.
really go they never go back to student, right? They
No.
never bring it up after that. So
Was that not creepy in 1979?
I don't think anything was creepy in
That's a good
1979.
point.
That's the
That's a good
problem.
point.
So
Golden era of
I don't know that
creepiness.
word existed yet.
Yeah, that's
So
probably true. Yeah,
don't
that's
forget Don't forget when we were watching the American Girls and that guy fixing the carburetor was trying to get laid. Like
Oh, yeah, that's true. And there was no bones about it. There was
nope.
no misunderstanding.
Yeah. So
Professor walks up and Stephanie comes really close to launching herself onto him like a spider monkey. Look at her. She's 2 seconds from jumping on him. He says he's been doing a lot of thinking. Stephanie's smile gets bigger as he says this. He says, how can he get her readings if she isn't with someone she's attracted to?
Oh, here we go.
Stephanie's literally close to exploding at this point. He says, you should be with someone your own age. Calls over Dan, a man with thinning hair and a purple shirt.
This guy has no idea how old Stephanie is.
Nobody's, yeah, this Dan. Stephanie's upset and says that she has a hair appointment and storms out of the cove.
What time is it? What is she? The guy that, what's his name, was trying to kill? He's got to go get a haircut.
Talking about? Back to Dottie again. Dottie's in her cabin with her full wedding gear on. This is when it gets...
There we go. Here's where it gets sexy.
Sexy time. There's a knock on the door. Dottie assumes that it's Julie to berate her again. But when she opens it, hey, that's not Julie.
No.
It's Ricardo.
Hey,
it's Ricardo. But wait, is this guy applying for the position of husband? Nope. He's part of the planning team. He's here to take Dottie and her husband-to-be to the Justice of the Peace in Mazatlan. There's a just so one a problem. There's a no groom.
Oh.
You
got some splaining to do.
So then in a very odd close to a scene, Dottie sits Ricardo down on the bed, closes the cabin door, and tells him that she wants to discuss the groom situation with a little crazy in her eye.
Yeah.
And we go to break, and I'm like, Jesus, okay. All right, well, we'll see.
If you're Dottie, you don't look a gift horse in the mouth, right? I mean...
No.
She doesn't know.
No, I agree.
I will say this is the first of what becomes many parts where Ricardo didn't seem like he was a big fan of his own marriage. So...
Well, no, also, and so in the beginning here, Ricardo's got a bit of a Spanish type accent. The name Ricardo.
Yeah, it's Spanish night.
Yeah, we'll come back to that. Let's just put a pin on that. We go to our second break. We're back. We hear the boat horn, bonus boat horn. We see Virgil, son of a plumber, walking with purpose through the lobby. Walks up to Gopher and says he's looking for his wife. Gopher says, I don't have her. Isaac's got her. I mean, Isaac often takes other men's wives to town. Gopher then grabs a random passenger and says, can you tell me the way to my cabin? And the passengers has no idea.
Yeah,
and Gopher's out of there. I'm so tired of Gophers. Just
all the character work we got at a Burl last week. This is just the bad end of that.
Well, we don't need the same scene 4 or 5 times.
No, we get it. You're scared of the giant man. Yeah. So
okay. We see Isaac and Mrs. Plummer returning from Mazatlan together. Virgil's standing on the side of the entrance to the lobby. He is not hiding from anybody. That giant man, he's just like, what? What are you standing behind a light post? What are you doing?
Behind the stack engines?
Mrs. Plummer tells Isaac she had a perfect time. She gives him a smooch on the lips. What the hell?
Yeah, that was, once again, a lot of I'm married, but this week. So.
I just don't. That just makes me uncomfortable. Like,
oh no, you are generally somebody who defaults on the prudy side of that kind of stuff. But I agree with you on that. That's
too much, man. Like,
for a person you've met for a day.
Yeah, I don't
like I can deal with somebody you've known for a long time giving a smooch. I'm not worried about that. But like literally somebody a day, you're not French. Get out of here.
I can understand.
You're not jira jibbaji.
No, so. I see the smooch thing. I don't know, man. I don't even know about that. Like on a cheek. Like, I don't even know if I would do that with people and I don't hug everybody.
You are on the far, and you know this, you are on the far end of that, though, to be fair.
Absolutely. So I'm skewed.
Yeah.
But I would imagine that door is not open to many outside your immediate family, right?
Depends. I don't know. I don't think I have. I don't think I think about it, but I definitely probably have people that are in that vein, depending on how long it's
Yeah.
been or whatever, or Christmas, or
Yeah,
I don't
that's true.
know. I don't know. I don't. I
Mm,
will say this. I guarantee you, I've done it and do it and don't think about it in one way or the other. So
interesting. Interesting. But it's weird too. I grew up in a family where it was handshakes. It was
yeah.
not a lot of like you're saying the opposite side of it. It just seems like such an intimate
As I've
thing.
gotten older, I think I've just become more like the hugger as opposed to a handshake and that kind of stuff. So I don't know. I guess you're just cold and callous.
I could. You know what's weird? I almost feel like give my friends hugs. I don't really shake hands with people like people I don't know,
Yeah.
that sort of thing. Like, but yeah, hug. It's just like kissing the lips is a little. I kiss my son on the lips,
Yeah.
you know. So I don't know. That's not weird, is it?
No, I mean,
Yeah, I don't think it is.
I got a big old mucus kiss from my son
There
the
you
other
go.
day,
All
and
right.
he's been sick all week, so that's
See,
going great.
look at that. Love it. That's love right there.
Yeah, exactly.
Um,
Kiss my hand like Adam Bricker.
yeah, like so weird. Uh, she says that Isaac's the greatest, Miss Plummer is, and asks Virgil if he knows what Isaac did. Virgil says no, but I know what he's gonna do. Bleed.
Bleed.
Great line. Great line. Virgil asked Isaac what they did in town and backs him under the staircase and up the stairs. Isaac wants to sit down, have a drink, and discuss this like two rational people. Virgil flinches and Isaac begins to run.
That was a tremendous piece of acting from Ted Lang, though, because he's kind of talking and gaining a little more confidence as he gets higher up the steps and everything. But that was just like, again, he's really good. He's really good at this when they let him
He
do it.
is. I
So,
mean, there's a reason why they picked him to be on the show. Am I right?
well, it's not just that. There's a reason why they give him the most short of Steubing, which is almost melodrama, right? Like they give him the most acting,
Absolutely.
which is, for a reason.
Yeah.
So,
No, I definitely agree. Virgil asked Isaac. I'm sorry, I got that right. Oh, speaking of running, Mike, I just got a text. Doug Bradbury is still running somewhere in Alaska as we speak.
Doug Bradbury.
Just got a text. Yep. Oh, Doug Bradbury.
Well, we are, I think we are at the halfway point now of our
I
season. So
believe so.
it's never too early to start remembering
No,
where we started
Doug
and where
loves
we
to
are
run.
now.
Yeah.
So
Mrs. Plummer's pissed. Tells Virgil one more word out of you, and I'll punch your lights out.
yep.
I like that whole.
Yeah.
We're now at a poolside buffet.
Yep.
Who's paying for this crap, Mike? That's my question. The boat?
So do you think it was
Dottie?
happening anyway? That's the thing.
Usually when they do, that's true.
We've seen nighttime buffets though.
What is she just claiming it? He's like, no, this is my wedding reception. It's not a poolside buffet.
I mean, there wasn't a sign or anything,
No,
right? Like,
no.
so.
Well, was there a sign? Yeah, there was a banner in the
there
back
was
too.
something. You're right. Yeah. So maybe she did have to pay for it.
It was a giant congratulations.
No,
sign.
you're right. Yeah, you're right, because that's when Doc and Gopher do the whole bit about don't you usually need a bride and groom. Yeah.
Right, right. Steubing says that he's afraid that Miss Anderson won't feel like celebrating tonight. Doc, this is a funny line too. It's sad to see innocent illusions shattered. Reminds me of my first wedding night. I need a drink. Great quote. Doc arrives at the bar, no bartender in sight. I could not stand this scene. We hear a muffled voice. It's Isaac. He's under the bar, or hiding behind the bar, not under the bar. Tells Doc he may not be handling the Virgil issue in a mature way, but at least he doesn't have a black eye. We see the nameless blonde wave at Doc. Doc says, I'm getting plenty of mileage out of mine. Doc orders scotch on the rocks. Isaac says, coming right up as he throws ice cubes at a glass on the bar and pours scotch on Doc's hand. Asks Doc if he's sure he doesn't want a double. Mrs. Plummer walks up to Doc, asks him if she's seen Isaac. Doc says no one has, but he's here. He says, do yourself a favor. Don't order a drink if you don't have a towel for your hand. Boy, they are just giving him. Bernie Capel is just peppering this episode with one-liners.
Hey, Bernie, could you carry us this week? Thanks.
No kid, what are you, Don Rickles? What's going on, Doctor Rickles? Isaac stands up. She explains that Virgil needs a friend because he's going through a hard time. Isaac agrees, but only because she's extremely pretty. Why say that?
Yeah.
Why say that?
I didn't love that.
And I didn't love that either. It was like, I don't want Isaac to be shady.
But you know what it was? I think it was setting up. I think they did that so they could hit the back end of that line, which was only because you're extremely pretty and I'm extremely dumb. And I think that was, I think it was to set that up because that was such a good delivery. That's almost what I feel like that was in service of. So,
yeah, especially with that emphasis on that last piece.
Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah. We see Stephanie dancing next to Doc and the Nameless Blonde. She's not with the professor. Doc says, "Who is this?" Yeah, beep boop boop. She said it's another guinea pig in the name of science. I think it's that guy with the purple jacket and thinning hair. I think this is Dan.
Oh, Dan?
Yeah.
Poor Dan.
Professor's in his cabin watching his machine, giving him a 0 reading, and he is clearly frustrated. We go to our third break, Mike, and this is where the pace picks up a bit.
Well, we gotta finish up because that first act was 90 minutes.
Jesus. Oh, God. I wonder how that movie's going on CBS. Too bad we can't.
Be funny if they had a computer over there, too.
No. Oh, God. There's Dick Martin's poisoning every network. We're back and we're still poolside. Julie's filling up her plate and we see her with Gopher and Steubing. Steubing has a full plate, and I bet it wasn't his first or his last one. That was mine. Julie says she should go back and check on Dottie. And I said, Dottie, someone needs to do a wellness check on Ricardo, considering the last time we saw him. Speak of the devil, Mike. Here comes Dottie and Ricardo.
That's right. DNR.
Gopher says that she got herself a hunk. Steubing says that he doesn't understand, but thinks it's wonderful. Boy,
There's a lot of things. There's a lot of things Merle doesn't understand.
What a great list. The list of things that Steubing doesn't understand. Oh, golly. Portion control. Julie asks Steubing what time it is. He says 10:30. Why? Julie asks if it's too late to take out an ad in the Princess Patter. Kidding, not kidding.
Late to publish that Pitter Patter.
Kidding. Wonder who's in charge of the Pitter Patter.
It's Frank from Scuttlebutt.
Oh, it's an offshoot.
He got fired from Scuttlebutt, so he's got to go. Oh, he's working at the Pitter Patter.
What's it, Dane? You're getting sued left and right if you work for Scuttlebutt. So
that's true. Yeah, this is better to work in secret in a community newsletter. So.
Absolutely, a ship-specific newsletter. Maximum audience of about 600 people. That's fantastic. Virgil's in the kitchen. I bet you there's copies of that just strewn all over Mazatlan. Just so much waste of the Princess Patters everywhere.
It's what they buried Ken Breyer in. It was just such.
Oh God,
he's funny. He's wrapped like Luca Brasi. He's just like.
Oh God, the Pitter Patter. Yeah, on the fishing schedules and. Oh golly, jeez. Isaac walks into the kitchen, asks if he can have one. Virgil says they're hot. Isaac tells Virgil that nothing happened with his wife, and Virgil says, I know. Isaac just putting chocolate sprinkles on top of the donut holes. Virgil, stick those in your margarita. Margarita, what do you know about baking? Isaac goes on this big thing about how he used to be a cook for a lumber camp, a steel worker, and drove a truck that sold aluminum containers. He thought he'd be the greatest salesman of aluminum containers. Virgil asks what happened. Isaac says, I got canned.
We're filling out the background on Isaac.
He was a cook for a lumber camp?
Wasn't he in Vietnam? Where did he find the time for all this?
How did this lead to bartending?
I don't know. What aluminum can man?
Something. All right. Virgil tells Isaac that he's not very subtle. Tells Isaac that he's a jack of all trades. And tells Isaac that he's a jack of all trades, but he's a jack of one game. And the only thing he knows is football. And he's telling Virgil about an agent that made cookies and how the agent made cookies and, became a millionaire. And immediately I'm like, this is not the famous Amos story. I know that story.
But it is the famous Amos story.
But I thought they stole that recipe because I know now, like, he's not even involved. But is that how it started?
The basis of this story in this show is the famous Amos thing. That he was an agent. Enough. That however, whatever nefarious deeds happened after the fact, I'm not sure. But that's where this comes from.
So that's the actual origin.
Yeah, because if you notice, Rosie Greer says famous
Virgil's donut holes.
Yeah, so.
You know what it is? I think that the part of the famous Amos story that always stuck with me is kind of how he got sort of screwed.
Right. Litigious Amos. Yeah.
Just took it all from him.
I will say this: famous Amos, underrated cookie. If you're in an office building and they have like a vending machine or whatever, it's a good bag of cookies.
You know, with them, the thing with me, they're a little salty. They have that little touch of
they're not an everyday cookie, I don't think.
Not a
Yeah.
Would you say Chips Ahoy better than Famous Amos?
I think so, but I also grew up on Chips Ahoy probably more. So I would say, as a commercial cookie, I would go Chips Ahoy. Yes.
Yeah, I would say that the Famous Amos would just be like a rare.
I would also go. What is that? The Choco Train that they sold in food carts on the street. So,
I remember the Choco Train. Heck yeah.
Woo woo.
Isaac tells Virgil he could clean up if he takes the advice of a real baker and put some chocolate sprinkles on these. Callback.
Callback from 2 seconds ago.
2 seconds ago, yeah. He should have waited till the end of the episode for that one. Mrs. Plummer's now joined them, and everyone's happy. And then she offers to give Isaac a kiss for making Virgil so happy.
All right.
Say what?
Swingers. These guys are swingers.
Jesus. Or she is.
Jeez.
Yeah. Virgil's having none of that and says, kiss me instead. She tells him that the Tampa Bay Bucks, go Bucks, have picked him up. He says, what the heck? I can always make donut holes.
So,
Mike, these stories piss me off, Mike. These stories that are meaningless and at the end, like, oh, never mind.
So the 1979 Bucks went to the NFC Championship game and lost to the Rams in the Super Bowl or the NFC Championship game. Well, I'll tell you this: one of their defensive players was Leroy Selmons.
I know that name.
Well, you know that name because I think I took you to dinner there in the restaurant that was near my apartment down there, which was named after Leroy Selmons. So he also was a Hall of Fame. He was also a Hall of Fame football player.
I know what you're talking. Yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah, it was around the corner. Yeah, so, but yeah, I mean the Bucks were good. So that's a stretch drive move. Turns out that Virgil Plummer was one win away from the Super Bowl, and now he's busy making donut holes.
Oh, I see what you did there. And they were rocking those creamsicles too.
Yeah.
They were looking great.
Yeah,
I like that they brought those back this year too. I love that. It's so.
So we've had this season. We have had the Cowboys, the Bucks, the Rams.
Yep.
So a lot of references to the NFC in 1979 on this show.
Push that Monday Night Football product. That's what you're doing here.
Sure feels like it.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, we get a different sport next week, but also that's a sport that ABC has. So.
Yeah, I wonder if Lampley's going to show up and call
or Cosell. I hope Cosell takes it down.
Oh, good call. Good call. Dottie and Ricardo are still dancing at the poolside reception. They sit at a table. Ricardo goes to get a glass of champagne. Can I get you a glass of champagne? This guy's a scumbag, Mike. Just Julie joins Dottie and marvels at her new husband. Of course.
Oh, Julie.
All they care
Julie
about
is like, you got to be fucking kidding me.
Are you? Are you kidding? You got this guy.
Poor Julie's chasing old men and children.
It's just. Dottie explained that she didn't get married. Julie says Ricardo's a 5-star candidate. I like how she's ranking them like I do when I'm playing my college football game and I'm looking for recruits. Jesus, Ricardo's a 5-star QB that I really need.
Poor Julie. They're all 5
Julie.
stars in Julie's book, though.
Oh,
to be
she
fair,
only has
so.
You're either a 0 or a 5-star.
Right.
She has no.
Yeah,
and
you're
the 0
5 stars or
just
you're Stanfield. That's it.
Or you're either 5 stars or you're that kid that was 14 or 15. Like you just don't even register.
Oh,
For another
Bobby.
50 years. Poor Bobby.
Poor Bobby.
She explains that he was supposed to drive her to the justice of the peace, but there really wasn't much of a point. She says that Ricardo's trying to cheer her up. Quotes, cheer her up. Whatever. He comes back with 2 glasses of champagne and sits with Dottie. No, not yet. Not yet. He explains that he must leave soon because his wife made dinner.
I need to leave soon because it's almost Christmas and I will melt.
What time of night is it? Like this buffet's been going on forever. What
they gave a time check at 10:30.
Yeah.
And then don't they give a time check at 2:30? So it's late.
It's like, yeah, they did just do the time check. Yeah, I don't know what that's just so he tells her she is a star and will shine whether he's here or not. But wait, Dottie thanks him. And then this thing. What you believe of yourself, the world will believe also. And gives Dottie a smooch on the lips.
Yeah.
All right, Mike. I put a pin on this guy. So this Ricardo's accent was just coming and going, and it was really bothering me. Well, no wonder his accent's coming and going. The guy's from Morocco that's playing Ricardo. Like what? What do you?
Well, to be fair, doing? And he also was in the Mummy movies as the Pharaoh. Yeah, so
what are we doing here? What, you couldn't get a Hispanic guy? Why'd you name him Ricardo?
Ricardo is a man for all seasons. They named him Ricardo because he's in Mazatlan and it's Spanish night, man.
Oh, you think that's just his Spanish night name? He normally goes by an Egyptian name? Is it like he's not even...
Last week he was Buddy O'Toole for British pub night. Like he's like anything in any port in a storm.
Well, I would think that like if you're casting, we need someone to play the role of Ricardo, a married man from Mazatlan.
That guy felt like a Ricardo to me.
And this Moroccan dude shows up with a Moroccan act. This guy.
What do you want him in a
gave
Fez like it's Casablanca?
Because what you believe of yourself, the world will believe also.
Listen, he was married Jiminy Cricket. That's all he was. So
he was hanging out awfully late to be Jiminy Cricket. I'm just saying.
Hey, listen. I wonder who he's married to.
Wait, what is that phrase? How's it? Good things don't happen on cruise ships when you're by yourself and your wife's at home making dinner at 11 p.m. Something like that. It's something. It's long, but it really, really nails.
I mean, it worked out well for Ricardo.
I guess.
I don't know who his forsaken wife is.
Maybe he'll
That's
be back
not my
next
business.
Week. Maybe he's a recurring guy. Ricardo, the JLP driver.
Oh my God. Ricardo, whatever. He was easy on the eyes.
Julie loves him.
I can't blame Julie.
No, I don't blame Julie at all. I mean, look at him.
Yeah.
Ricardo leaves and Dottie says that the world sees her as an old maid. A very familiar looking man approaches Dottie. Familiar to you and I, Mike. Ask Dottie to dance. Do you already know who this is? Did you look?
I didn't look. So okay, he looked familiar, but I didn't look. Yeah.
She's surprised and asks why. And he says that he noticed how well she danced. Well, Mike, who is this guy? We first met him season 1.
Okay.
Episode 1.
Oh, jeez.
All aboard. He played a character named Man with the Burning Magazine.
Oh my God! The guy with the porno and lit the cigarette.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he was looking at the centerfold of Meredith Baxter Burney and Sandy Rytel.
And she lit it up. Oh my God.
Right?
Wow.
Yeah. In this episode, he's listed as Dottie's dancing partner. So a real promotion.
That is amazing.
Right?
That is funny.
I thought that was great.
Good for him coming back.
Good for him. Good for
Yeah.
him. And another character without a name. And
Yeah.
I just clap for that. Good for
I
you,
like that
Steph.
first name. His first character name was
Man with the Burning Magazine.
Our first episode was too short to get into that, I'm sure, but that's a great character
know what
name.
we were doing. That's a great character name. That should have been a 20-minute segment right there. Professor's still in his cabin. Stephanie comes in, sits down. Professor doesn't notice. She scoots closer. He notices. He seems surprised she's not dancing. She says she's tired of this whole thing. He tells her that she might have a hormone deficiency. She very sassily.
Yeah, I thought this was her best. This was her best line of the whole thing.
This was my go-to line in my 20s. Does this body look like it has a hormone deficiency? Oh, I'm like chubby 20-something-year-old me laying it out. There's a humor. He says, no, it doesn't. Okay, he's finally awake now. She prepares to throw the flower sensor back to the professor, but the machine starts to boop, boop, beep, boop, 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 beep. He says, that's amazing. Stephanie says, not to me, and starts smooching with the professor. He says, I never.
This guy's not a very good scientist.
No, he's just. No, it probably didn't occur to him because he's so much older than her. He's like, you're young enough to be mine. Smooch.
They kiss with tongue now?
Yeah, like what are you doing? I don't know if that's science. I never dreamed that anyone as lovely as you. And then they just go back to smooching until was it the lamp that started smoking? No, it was the machine that started smoking.
Yeah, of course. Boom. Like it was George Jefferson's elevator. So.
Oh, God. That's funny. Julie's out on deck and Dottie walks up to her, tells Julie that she's been proposed to, but she said no. This is a weird thing too.
Yeah.
She wants to be able to accept propositions by turning down proposals. It's her 40th birthday. Ask Julie if she looks like an old maid. Julie should have said, if we're being consistent, you kind of do. But instead she says, no, you're just getting started.
Yeah. You're also crazy.
Yeah, you're super crazy, and we go to our final break.
Yeah, it's like you're not even committed to you're crazy because now you've changed your mind.
You spent all this money on what?
Also, you know what? By definition, you asking me for romantic advice is crazy.
It's crazy. Yeah, by definition, that's just nuts.
Also, where is Ricardo?
Again, he didn't leave. He's not gone.
No, he's in Julie's cabin.
Yeah, Julie's keeping Ricardo in her pocket for a couple days.
Yeah.
Let's wrap this thing up. Virgil and Mrs. Plummer are leaving the ship, and they walk up to Gopher and Isaac. Virgil tells Gopher that he's been looking for him. Gopher faints. I'm so over this nonsense.
Yeah.
Virgil catches him. Virgil wanted to thank him for a nice cruise. Isaac says if he ever comes to, I'll tell him. Dottie thanks Julie for the cruise, gives Steubing her bridal bouquet. Didn't want it to give it to Julie. Don't give it to Julie. Like, has Julie not been through enough? Like,
hasn't Julie caught like multiple bouquets?
Yeah, but is it a bridal bouquet if you're not a bride? Isn't it just flowers?
Too. It's just flowers. Yeah, but to be fair, she had bad luck with flowers.
Oh, that's true. That's a good point. Yeah, that's true. Oh, it just any way you slice it, it's bad for Julie. Jesus.
Is this when Steubing does his ring bells BS, or did we miss that part?
I think I missed that part.
There was a part where they were talking about wedding bells or whatever, and Julie's like, "What do you know about wedding bells?" He's like, "I've rung a few chimes in my day," and I'm like, "Stoobs, not this week, brother. Didn't. We just saw what happened last week,
You're
buddy.
Not ringing anything, bro.
You don't even have a bell, man. You're like trying to ring a brick. Like it's like."
Yeah, we met Stacy Steubing. Like, don't we know that's stop it. You're not running anything.
You got humiliated last week, brother. You can't be high on the horse this week.
They don't even let you pilot the ship anymore. Not that you did.
Charlie's really driving it.
Just awful. He's that greeter now. It's just
he really is. It's funny. He caught up to us.
Doc is saying goodbye to Stephanie and the professor. Professor apologizes for punching him. Stephanie says they're going to collaborate on a new book, a marriage manual. Chalk it up, Mike. Here's another one.
So I think that we have kind of stopped tracking because we haven't had one. So I think this is 11 in 12 weeks now. 12 episodes. Because we didn't have one last week.
We did not have one last week.
Okay, so we are now up to 11 through 12 episodes. So
pretty consistent.
We had a very dry stretch of like 3 or 4 or so, but we're still almost one an episode. So
yeah, but we're getting to that danger zone. You know what happens towards like the back middle.
Yeah, but we got
episodes.
a 2-parter coming up. We got, we said 20. I don't think that's crazy at all. So.
I don't think so. Vicky asked Doc what the marriage manual is. Doc explained that it's a book that people study so they'll be good at marriage. Fair enough. It's factual, not really funny. The Nameless Blonde is back and lays a smooch on Doc. She says, "My place, 7:00." We're talking off-boat romance.
Oh yeah, 7:00 too. I mean, that's
early.
Yeah.
Tells Vicky that Doc is going to help her with her homework. Vicky says, "What are you studying? One of those marriage manuals?" Vicky tells the crew that Doc is getting married again, and Doc is like,
no,
not. Steubing throws the bouquet, and Doc catches it.
Wah, wah.
And we end the episode there, mercifully.
These poor passengers have to start lying now about having sex because Vicky's around.
Yeah. So. Oh, yeah. Everything's got to be like, no.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. Oof.
All right. Totals and a recap. Best episode is currently the 2-parter with the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders and everything that went with that. Worst episode was episode 2, which was the Gentleman's Gentleman and the Sock Hop. So it's funny. I'm going to go worst episode of the season. I will say this.
Yeah.
I still maintain the floor has risen in that when I was listening back to the season 1 worst episode, which was the Annette Funicello and everything, that was just so boring and bad. So boring. Yeah. Where this is just bad, right? And it's not interesting. I don't really care, but like there's a level below this, so it's not like the worst episode ever.
No, not the worst ever,
but it's definitely when you have 2 storylines that are this bad, it is hard to argue.
So it's not like the third one was some like shining.
We're making that very good in our minds relative, to the other 2, I think. So
if you had to give this episode a letter grade, what letter grade would you get? No pluses or minuses, but just
D.
straight.
It's a D. Yeah. Because again, there was some.
Well, Funicello's the F, right?
Yeah, that was bad because there were I'm trying to remember now. That one had the hooker and that creep Ray Foster. Like that thing was terrible. And the third thing was Steubing trying to lose weight.
Oh,
so like that's the worst episode we've ever seen. That's like that's the worst.
As bad as it gets so far.
Yeah, so that's not bad, man. But this is bad. This is bad, and it's that other thing too, where I watched the first time like a while ago.
Yeah.
And then I watched the second time like a couple days ago. And usually the second time, even if I don't like something, I find some qualities because you know what's happening and you're trying to think about how we're going to talk about it and stuff like that. But no, it was just as uninteresting, especially those 2 storylines as the first one. And really, like Ricardo and Doc saved those 2 storylines for the most part.
Yeah.
So.
It's funny too, because as I was watching this, it was kind of the same thing where it was almost so bad that I was excited about it. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, Because when we texted, I'm like, this thing can go a million different ways. Because it's just, but
it's okay
agree.
To have it. It's okay to have a couple bad ones. It's when there's like 7 bad in a row or something like that.
Well, if you don't, you're not going to appreciate the really standout episodes. Right. It's all going to be meh. And what's the point? And we've seen, I do agree. This is definitely the worst episode.
Yeah.
Of this
and
season.
we're now in this period where the next couple episodes are like, okay, could go either way just based on synopsis.
Sure.
And then Charo's back, and then we have a 2-parter. And I think this 2-parter that we have in December will determine whether our theory of they're loading up the 2-parters and everything else suffers for it is true or not. So, which is possible. So we're getting closer to that. So maybe we're getting, this is really the least, this is, I would say, maybe the worst. I'm trying to think how to phrase this. There was nothing that was an A storyline here.
No,
like not even close.
That was a B.
Right. And I think it's the most blatant. There were times where
Yeah.
they thought it was an A storyline, but clearly it wasn't, or we didn't like it. I just don't think there's any A's here at all. I mean, I think it's probably Virgil Plummer, but that's a B at best. And I think that's probably being generous.
Well, it's funny too, because you think about, like, obviously these are taped. I wonder how they approach, like, okay, this episode on this date, this on this date. They gotta know.
Yeah,
They're
because I
not
don't
all
think
home
they're
runs. Like, how do
they're
you make
and
that
they're
choice to put them now?
well,
Like, how
you know
does
what it
that work?
is? It's after sweeps.
Oh, you
We're
just
in
burn. You
December
gotta
now.
burn it. Yeah,
We're in December now, and to your point, they're not sticklers for shooting them in order, right? So we know that. So
well, maybe there's something to this whole Saturday night. Like we talked about, there was a BJ and the Bear clip show.
yeah.
The chips didn't sound,
Well, it's the first
you know.
weekend after Thanksgiving week. It's like, yeah, this is probably a bit of a no man's land. So
Yeah, yeah. Plus, I
and
think
it
it's sports
shows.
heavy too. So
Sure. Right. Captain of the week.
I think we've pretty much talked about this one. I think we have. For me, I have to give it to Isaac.
Yeah.
Again, it's he doesn't get the opportunities I feel like he deserves, and he always hits it out of the park. But I can also make an argument for Doc, but I felt
Mm-hmm.
like it was almost too much Doc. Um, but I'd go with Isaac just because Doc has more opportunities.
Yeah, and again, it's that Doc. It was a throwback Doc,
Yeah.
which is fine in moderation. I don't think him as this character every week is what we
No.
would like, but nice to see he can dip in, and it wasn't creepy.
No, it wasn't creepy at all
Yeah,
because the
which
girl was
I
just
right,
she seemed of age, number
right,
one, which
yeah, and she
but with
wasn't a twin,
no, she
so
wasn't a twin, and plus it's hard for me to vote for Bricker to be captain of the week if I don't get an episode of Bricker. I
sure,
gotta have an episode of Bricker
that's
for you to
fair.
get captain of the week.
Small shout out to Rosie Greer and Melba Moore. I thought they
Yeah,
were very
Melba
good.
Moore was great.
She was
Standout.
really
She was
really
good
good. Like she's
for a singer.
probably
Like she's not even really an actress.
she's probably in the nominations without
I would
thinking
think
about
so.
it. I would think so.
Well, the thing is, and she's not an actress.
Which is
That's
crazy.
what's crazy. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, she was great.
Worst of the week, walk the plank.
This is it's a Professor Norman Bridges for me, but it's more. I don't think Dick Martin was a good fit,
No.
so I kind of want to say walk the plank to Dick Martin, right? Because I didn't like him in the role. He was 57, she was 27, but I also felt like they could have done so much more with Dick Martin, and I don't understand. It just this didn't seem an appropriate role for him,
Yeah.
and I think it could have been like you said, ugly nerd or something like that could have worked. This was just you wasted him, man. He's so funny. It's just
Yeah, I'm giving
wasn't a
it.
showcase.
I'm giving it to that half of the storyline because I'm taking the
Fair
Doc
enough.
Judy Landers piece out of it.
Yeah.
But like, I didn't think Stephanie was particularly good. The logic
No.
didn't make any sense. I didn't care.
No, I didn't care at all.
It all resolved itself too quickly, which
It's all
also
wrapped up. Yeah, like
it was just the punching thing made no sense. This guy's
no.
such a nerd, but he also punches him. Like, it's just like so
That's what I'm saying is he didn't even look the part.
right. It just wasn't
You know?
consistent either because it's like
No.
after the punch thing, then he should have been interested in her, right? Like, I'm jealous. Why
Or
am
he
I
felt
feeling that
like
way?
oh, I can't believe you did that to one of my students. Maybe it was that.
Something.
I don't know. It's just creepy and dumb.
It was not good. I'd like to see Dick Martin in a better position.
Maybe we will. Maybe we will.
Or maybe we won't.
Maybe we won't. Yeah, maybe we won't.
That's Total Center recap for this week.
Plugs, Hidden Season Patreon, absolutely hammered, Mike. The Phillies did it again.
Yes, they did.
Another October heartbreak, but hey, we're not suffering alone. Over on the Hidden Season Patreon, excuse me, the absolutely hammered crew is breaking it all down. The good, the bad, and what the hell was that moments? It's raw, it's funny, it's therapy, Philly style. So crack one open and subscribe at patreon.com/hidden season. Absolutely hammered because being a Phillies fan takes a strong liver and stronger friends.
We had an episode, the most recent episode, which is up right now, is almost as long as one of these episodes, actually.
Wow.
So
Poor guys.
that was a lot. So
you can find us anywhere and everywhere you find your audio podcast. Please hit that subscribe button, leave a review. You can also find our video. I'm not mentioning the audio. There's too many now. It's gotten
Really?
it has exploded because now that we're available in different platforms, it's like if you're on one platform, that platform sends it to like 6. So it's like I got
You know what
like
we
a
should
list
do?
of 26. Yeah.
You know what we should do? We
Yeah.
should go in and look at like the most like the week that has passed or whatever,
Sure.
and whatever like the most random one that has a lot of downloads that week or whatever.
Fair enough.
We should highlight them.
Blow them up.
Yeah, we should highlight them. Give them a special shout out.
Yeah,
Good
give a
luck,
little shine.
Good. Maybe Deezer will come back.
You know,
I haven't checked. I haven't checked Deezer if we've improved on our 2 Deezer downloads.
I don't know. Yeah, you'll get that LBP bump. You know what I mean? Just bring us up. Check out our video podcast on YouTube. Please hit that subscribe button and leave a review. You can also find us on Instagram and Facebook. Look for weekly reels and updates. Let me check the old mailbag, Mike. I'm legit checking it. I did not check it today, so let's see. No mail. All right.
We did get. I got a quick one. We did get something on Instagram from our friend Helen, who has sent us some stuff before. We had asked about potential bonus episodes, and ideas, and she found one that we'll need to look into, which is Gavin McLeod is in an episode of like basically the Wonderful World of Disney, where he plays some sort of.
He's a gladiator.
No, it's like he's a wizard or a magician or something like that, and Melissa Gilbert's in it, so we might dig into that. But
is it a musical?
I don't know. It's I tried to find it. It's hard. I will say this. I've gone through the IMDb's of some of these cast members, and there's a lot of good stuff there. And then you try and find it, and it's impossible. So. Yeah. But we have a couple very good bonus episodes coming up here, so keep your dials tuned for some good ones.
So you can reach out to us via email at theloveboatproject@gmail. Let me try that.
This is why nobody emails us.
Yeah, I can't. Where's the mushmouth? Theloveboatproject@gmail.com. Next episode, Mike, episode 64. We say aloha to Dano from Hawaii 5-0 and the skipper from Gilligan's Island.
Yeah.
Looks like laughs have been booked. Well,
don't bury the lead. We have boxing. In next week's episode.
Fair enough. I kept it vague. We also welcome back Nancy Culp and Milton Berle. Thank goodness.
I'm very excited about Nancy Culp.
I love Nancy Culp.
And hopefully Milton gets a better run than his first episode, because that was very long time ago. The prankster.
He needs to find his hat in the ocean. We thought you died, Uncle Milty. What? Jeez.
God, I hope he's the same character.
Until then, we did it, Mike. Episode 63. Ouch.
No, they can't all be winners. No, and that's okay.
That's what it is.
That's okay. Just let's maybe have some good ones now too.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us this week. And we will see you next time on the Love Boat Project. Thanks again.